back on the airwaves, coming at you live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. John Reed, Sam Beard, Bubba, Bad News Bubba. Happy Wednesday morning to you. The odds of July are upon us. July 15th, one day away from the release of the Odyssey. A lot of hype surrounding that movie. I've got my tickets for opening night. Sam, how are you this morning?
Doing pretty good, man. Hard not to, and you might be rushing a little bit out the door. 4 for 4 on green lights.
Let's go. Good feeling.
Honestly, not too many better feelings than just being under the gun. You know it's going to take your best performance out there in terms of getting there in a timely fashion, and then boom, the traffic light gods are just looking out for you. You roll right into a green, you come up under a bridge, you see a red light in the distance, you go, all right, well, this morning just got stopped in its tracks, and then as you're kind of rolling up to it, boom, turns green. You don't even have to stop in the line of cars that were waiting. You keep rolling on, you hit your next couple, and then bada bing. Good feeling.
I was the opposite. I was a stressful feeling. I try to buy the boys breakfast every now and then, mostly when I want breakfast. Then I feel obligated to, buy you guys breakfast too. But I'm sitting there, and the line just stresses me out no matter what. Every single time it stresses me out. Every single time.
Maybe a third line for Chick-fil-A now that they've got just the regular drive-through, the mobile through, and then the I'm in a hurry, get me my food through.
I do the mobile through, even though almost every time I go through the mobile through, I'm like, I should just do the regular line. But I will say this one, I was going to say, there's one woman that always brings me the food, and she's pretty nice. And I don't know if she knows me by name by now or just reads it, but she's always friendly. So I never want to be mean to her because it's not her fault. But a car pulled up well after, 3 of us were sitting in the mobile line, 4 of us were sitting in the mobile line. And I was about to say something about what's the point of doing the mobile through if it's just still going to be so long. But she did get all of us out of there before the next car got serviced. So all's well that ends okay. And then I'm just like, I did not get the green lights. I got stuck at every red light. But
you got the pounding the steering wheel. Come on.
I try not to because, hey, what's the big deal? 30 seconds isn't that big of a deal in the grand scheme of life. It's not worth the blood pressure spiking.
It's a good outlook.
Plus, I could have, left 2 minutes earlier if I wanted. So I try not to get too mad about that stuff. The only thing that actually gets me going is the traffic here on these roads when people try to stop and go to the trash thing. Or they just pause for no reason. When they treat this one intersection like it's a 4-way stop, even though it's clearly not a 4-way stop, that stuff does spike me a little bit. But the red lights, what are you going to do? Like I said, 30 seconds. We play an extra ad before we come on. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. I try to look at life that way. Bubba, top of the morning to you, my friend.
Top of the morning.
What's up, dog?
Hello.
What's up?
I don't know. To relate with you, I also get very just miffed when driving in the morning whenever cars, I guess, other people are late or facing time struggles. So they're just, again, weaving in and out, little web weavers. And it's at what point does it do anybody any good? So there's a red truck this morning, and he was impatient. He was in a hurry. He was running late, So he's behind, way back in the line. And then first opening he gets, he's zigging over. Then he's zagging over. And then he gets in front of me, and then the red light hits. And then we're all hitting our brakes. I'm like, wow, I'm going to call this guy a word that he can't hear because I'm in my own car. So I did. And then next thing you know, gets right in the right-hand lane, and he's gone. And back in the left-hand lane where he has to check up because there's more cars in front of him. So I hope that guy has a pretty stressful day today.
You hear that, buddy? Bad News Bubba's got some bad news for you.
Nothing life-altering. Just a stressful day.
Maybe the
cursed
by Bad News Bubba.
Are we? I don't know if we're allowed to do that. Gimmick infringement, but
You are cursed.
you are cursed.
I've got bad news. You get your tickets for the Odyssey yet, Bubba?
No, I forgot what time you were going to see it, and I really thought being a sicko because I have a 10:55 showing
At night?
Yeah,
The movie's 3 hours. You do a morning radio show. I don't know if you heard the news yesterday. We're a little short-handed. I need you to be at the top of your game for the next couple weeks.
I think that's the beauty of it.
Not staying up till 3 a.m. to watch the damn Odyssey.
I'm fired up for it. I'm going through all my Greek mythology stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this story. Oh yeah, so I'm feeling pretty good. Sucks that like I don't get to experience the IMAX unless I want to travel to Chattanooga.
We got
or
one in
Nashville.
Knoxville, brother.
It's not the same 70 millimeter.
Oh, you mean that one?
Yeah.
So wait, we have that in Chattanooga?
At the zoo.
Really?
Or aquarium.
Zoo?
It's like I think it's the aquarium. They have a movie theater like attached to it where they have that big old 70 millimeter IMAX.
That's real? Because I saw tweets, which, you know, I never actually verify them. Once you see something long enough, you're just like, okay, I'm just going to believe this. But I thought I saw that there's only 8 of those in the entire country. And like half of them were in California. You're telling me that one of the 4 theaters outside of California in the entire country that can properly show the way this movie was shot is in Chattanooga at the damn zoo or aquarium? Is that what you're telling me? Because I find that hard to believe, Bubba.
You can't be going at 10:55.
You also can't be going at 10:55.
I did. Feel like the last like really big movie that I went and watched on like release weekend in theaters was Sinners, and I also went at 10:55 for some stupid reason. I think it was even on a Friday. I was, hand asleep in the popcorn bucket, an hour and a half in type of thing.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You don't know me.
Well, that is true. You'll probably be awake regardless. I would just rather you not
Might
do it.
be out on the Chattanooga being 70 millimeter, but Nashville, I feel like I can't confirm that one. I remember Oppenheimer made a pretty big deal out of seeing that.
You know what, Bubba? I found a website that is listing every theater that can play the Odyssey in true 70 millimeter. So the people are saying that there are 8. Lied about that. There are more than 8. There might be more. There might just be 8 out of California, maybe. But let's see: Tempe, Arizona, Dublin, Hollywood, Irvine, L.A., Ontario, Sacramento, San Francisco, Universal City. All of those are in California. Colorado Springs, Denver. Hey, I went to that Denver. You're telling me that Denver? Maybe that's not the same one I went to. When I was in Denver, I stopped by and watched a movie. I didn't have nothing to do during the day, and it was a terrible small theater. Surely it's not this one. Fort Lauderdale, Buford, Georgia, Woodridge, Illinois, Indianapolis, Grand Rapids, Las Vegas, New York, Rochester, King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. That's the name of a city?
King of Prussia.
King of Prussia, Pennsylvania? I've never seen that before. That's a pretty cool name.
I wonder how they felt about the Cold War.
Providence, Rhode Island, and then Bubba, Chattanooga, Tennessee, at the Tennessee Aquarium.
See, because like going on the IMAX website.
Well, also Nashville, Tennessee, Regal, Opry Mills, and IMAX. So there you go. You were right.
They didn't. So is that confirmed for 70 millimeter? Or is that just regular IMAX?
No, this says 70 millimeter.
Regal over
this
here.
website is specifically about the 70 millimeter. So yeah, the people that said 8, not right about that. There's more than that, but Chattanooga, the aquarium, one of them.
I feel like a 10:55 showing of a how long movie? 3 hours?
It's 2 hours and like 50 minutes.
So, I mean, that movie's not starting until at least, 11:15?
I have seen
11:10.
some things that said if you're watching it in IMAX, it's starting right on time. But again, those are just tweets I saw that said there's not going to be previews like, hey, get there at your start time.
Let's just say it starts at 11.
Yeah. Well,
3-hour movie.
Yeah.
2 a.m. basically.
Yeah.
Chattanooga, hour and a half drive.
Wait, Bubba, the 10:55 movie was in Chattanooga?
No, it's here.
Okay. Surely the aquarium's not letting you in there.
I was just lining this one up to be like 10:55 in Chattanooga, 3-hour movie, another hour and a half-ish back here.
It'd be about
You'd
time
be
to
right
start the
back
show.
in time for the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we've got 3:05, 7 o'clock, and 10:55. And spoiler alert, the 7 o'clock time, it's filling up.
Yeah, it was funny because, like, it's so funny because, like, in California, they're like, oh, these have been sold out. Like, in big cities, the showings all got, like, pre-bought, like, months ago. Went to go look at the 6 o'clock showing in Knoxville. There's, like, 4 tickets bought. Like, there were plenty of open seats. I'm doing, like, the RPX. But I'm doing the standard seats. They have different versions of
they've
seats
also
and
got,
stuff.
like,
What is
box
the RPX?
seats.
I don't really know. The standard showing didn't start till 8 o'clock, which means that it wasn't going to be over till like well after 11. And I was like, I'm not going to see that movie and getting out at 11 o'clock and then having to come down off my Mountain Dew sugar rush. My stomach's hurting from popcorn.
It'd be cool if that was one that had like the moving, like seats or like the experience.
No. Those suck.
Last time I went to one of those was the Batman with Robert Pattinson and took a nice little gal on a date there. I don't speak to her anymore. But that was crazy because it's like the gunshots in the movie was like puffs of air and they do it right behind your skull every time. And it's like, what is happening? Like,
You took her to a date and you went into the motion chairs that rattle around and vibrate. I mean, that's not a bad idea, Bubba. It's a pretty good play.
for the Batman with Robert Pattinson too.
Yeah. A little foreplay. Let's rocking in the chair.
Hey, some people know.
The mist coming out and getting on her face.
We should build our own Trojan horse and storm the movie theater.
Nice. Or at least like Bubba gets on my shoulders and we just try to be a 10-foot man. We try to sneak in that way. But come on. It's historically accurate. We can do this. I've only watched one of those 4D movies that move around, and I did not like it. But it's the only showing they had for like the new Scream movie at the time I wanted to go to, so I tried it. But like whenever they'd run up the stairs, it just like just like jarring you all over the place. I'm like, it's not that extreme. We don't have to do it for running up the stairs. I was going to see that Godzilla movie in it, but I couldn't even make it through the previews. I said, never mind. I got to go. I got to get out of here. King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. How about that? That's a cool city name. If you go see the movie late at night, Bubba, I hope you like it. I hope you're safe. I hope you're here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Does it come out when? Friday?
Thursday. Well, yeah, Thursday.
Thursday midnight, yeah.
No, they don't do midnight anymore. It's Thursday at like 7. Like
that's what
basically just all
day.
day.
That's when the world went to
You know, I actually really like whenever they started doing that because I liked going to see movies on opening night, and going on Thursdays is just so much better than going on Fridays for my lifestyle and the way I like to get down. Especially if I like go by myself sometimes.
Do you anticipate it to be like packed on Thursday, or you think it's going to be? I don't really love new movie releases in theaters because I just don't love having to go to a theater that's just absolutely slammed.
I pick my seats far enough in advance that like I get the seats I want, like on the rail, usually on the aisle. So like the crowd doesn't really bother me. I like seeing some movies with a lot of people because like hearing their reaction. Like that was a part of the fun of seeing Obsession. I actually went to see that like 3 times in theaters because I got the movie pass, so it was free every time.
Easy there, Indy.
Yeah, I know. Well, I did. That was another big part of the reason I liked going to see it 3 times, Bubba. Ayo, but I liked hearing the audience and like watching the audience too. So scary movies, I enjoy doing that. This one, I don't know. We'll see. I guarantee there'll be some people clapping at the end of the movies, which I find to be annoying, but I don't have really high hopes for this movie, but I've seen some people, saying it's like the best movie ever.
This better be the greatest movie of all time for me.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I'm going in really just dreading the 3-hour runtime, but willing to check it out. Willing to give it a go.
I think I go into most movies these days since I don't have the movie pass with way too high of expectations because I am just spending like $60 to go to the movies, basically.
Yeah,
if I want to go, get a popcorn and a drink and a ticket for someone who ain't got the movie pass, it's like $45-$50.
No, it's a whole different level of commitment. Now, see, not only do I have the movie pass, but I paid $40 for what they call the snack saver. I just gave them $40 for the concessions, which means that I get half off a large Coke and large popcorn
that's
every time I go. So I'm saving $10 a pop.
Is that like a year-round subscription or something? Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, and I just paid for it.
Only popcorn and drinks?
Yeah, you get half off with larges on there. So like, they just put it on your app, and then I scan my app, and yeah, it's half off. So
Yeah, that's clutch.
I was always having to like maneuver and manufacture my points to like, be able to redeem and get a small like for free and save a couple bucks there. But they just offered, it was like $40, and I scan it, and I didn't get it till like April. So maybe it was like prorated. Maybe it's like $60 throughout the whole year or something like that. But it'd still be worth it for me. I go to the movies enough and I gotta get a large popcorn and soda every time I go.
Popcorn.
Yeah.
I've been
So when I go to the movies, it's basically it's $10 because I don't look at
that's 100% worth it.
I don't look at the monthly cost. That just hits the card, whatever. I don't take that into account.
Well, and you go to enough anyway that
Sure.
it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna have to stay away from popcorn for a minute because I've been eating on this bag at home. It's been like one of those just really laughable large size
Yeah,
bags.
those big bags.
I feel like the salt bloating is real.
Yeah.
Like, and it's all I taste now is just salt.
Okay. Well, we'll talk some sports coming up. Not really anything current that happened last night. I don't have any MLB All-Star game takes for you. I didn't watch a pitch of it. I kept checking the score to see if it was going to get close.
You would have hated the fifth inning.
What happened in the fifth inning?
The Sandlot.
Yeah.
Whenever they had those kids.
They did the rendition of the night game.
Yeah, they had J.K. Simmons narrating, and then kids just like riding their bikes, which were brand new, by the way.
Not the actors from the original reenactment, just kids.
They just look like a ragtag group of kids dressed them up in outfits related to Philly sports. And
I got no issue with the Sandlot. I don't dislike the movie. I just maintain it's not a sports movie. That's all I'm saying.
And then those kids were
a coming of age movie.
And then one kid was, trading cards with somebody. Another kid was just standing there awkwardly talking to Jordan Alvarez because his English is kind of broken.
Okay.
Mike Trout's giving the kids some tips.
No. Don't paint me as I hate the Sandlot.
It's okay.
No, I think it's a good movie. I just don't. I reject that it's a sports movie.
You never had that Wendy Peppercorn fantasy, so it's
well.
Okay,
that was a little bit of assault, but whatever. They end up getting married, so I guess it's okay. All's well that ends okay. But like, I just push back that you can't put it like on your best sports movies list because to me it's not really a sports movie. It's a coming of age tale about buddies hanging out. You could have replaced baseball with pretty much anything, and like it would have been the same movie.
It wouldn't have.
It pretty much would have been. What baseball memory would you have really missed? Practice?
The dog and the ball.
The dog? That's not even baseball. Again, it's the dog. It's a dog chase.
Because there's a ball involved. That's a baseball.
That's fine. It could have been a tennis ball.
Then it would have been a tennis movie.
It could have been a frisbee.
Then it would have been a weird frisbee movie.
Just because they're running after a baseball doesn't mean it's a baseball movie.
It
That's
would have
the
been
point.
Like pretentious tennis country club kids, though, not like playing American.
I'll hit it over into the local millionaire's pool. Can I go get it back, please?
Is Richie Rich a baseball movie?
I've never seen that movie. I don't know.
Rich? Yeah, I don't know what the hell that is.
Richie Rich is a great movie.
Is this the Macaulay Culkin rich kid?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I have.
Well, whenever you talked about, whenever you did the voice there, because they play baseball on that one a little bit.
Yeah, but it's not centered around it though.
Yeah, that's how they become friends. How's that different than the Sandlot? That's how they become friends in the Sandlot. Do you consider Richie Rich a baseball movie? Because, I don't. That looked so fun to me as a kid. That was one of my favorite movies as a kid. If you haven't seen it, Sam, you're probably too old to watch it now.
Financially stable friend that can afford anything.
Yeah. But they only kind of are friends with him because he's rich. But then it's kind of sad for him because he's rich. He's got it all except friends. So there's a message there too, Made the mistake last night of watching Click with Adam Sandler.
What do you mean mistake? You don't like that movie?
No, it wrecked me. I was just sitting in the recliner, just bawling my eyes out. And like, I'm still a little emotionally unstable when it comes to dad stuff. It still bothers me. So like, yeah, I'm just sitting over there, just crying my eyes out. And I felt so silly because it's, an Adam Sandler movie that I'd seen before. I knew what I was signing up for. My old lady had never seen it before. We were just kind of wanting something to halfway watch, like I talked about.
Foreplay.
No.
Click is great.
Really sad, though. It snuck up on you. It's really heavy. It's a good moral of the story. Don't wish your life away.
It's just one of those stories
Enjoy
that's
the small
like,
things.
It's so innocent and like the idea of it kind of feels so innocent, and then it does turn into like really kind of heavy.
Well, it's like a monkey paw movie. It's not dissimilar from Obsession, be careful what you wish for type of thing. It's a similar concept, but yeah, I'm just sitting over there just bawling my eyes out in the recliner. Near rock bottom, I guess. We'll talk some sports coming up next. Stick with us.
Check out exclusive fan-run video content on YouTube. Just search Fan Run Sports and be sure to like and subscribe.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco at Knoxville Smiles. Have you ever wanted to improve the look of your smile? We know firsthand what the power of a great smile means to a person's confidence and health. Our team of doctors can provide you with an array of options for helping you achieve your cosmetic goals. From simply moving teeth into a better position, to reversible cosmetic bonding, to full mouth implant-supported dentures. It is our goal to help patients feel good about their appearance while achieving optimal health. Want to learn more? Call us at 865-539-1776 to schedule an evaluation or visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work-hard, play-hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
To Austin for sending it in. Sharing the Tennessee Aquarium in Chattanooga has put up an update on their page. Don't worry, they're prepared. They went in and they fixed their 70 millimeter IMAX projector specifically for the release of the film. They're getting that ready. Shout out to him. Had multiple people reach out regarding, the end of the show yesterday. Appreciate everybody that's reached out regarding the news about McClure. People wanting us to start a GoFundMe, wanting to kind of crowdsource it. It's not simply just about the money for Cody this time. There's some family, some health stuff he's got to take care of. And like he said yesterday, yeah, maybe it's just a couple months of a hiatus. Hopefully we keep that relationship going. It was funny, though, just real quick, talking about Click. Because in 2020, when he left the first, was it the first time he left? I don't know. Like COVID had happened. My dad had died. Me and my ex-girlfriend had broken up. I'd moved out. I was by myself. Frank was sick. It was funny this time when he broke the news to me. Frank was sick, of course. It was actually my dad's birthday, which I thought was a funny touch. But as far as I know, the relationship that I'm in now is currently steady.
Steady.
Yeah, they're currently headed in the right direction. I said to him, hopefully you didn't jinx there. But yeah, appreciate everyone who reached out about that. Like, the relationship will still kind of be ongoing. It's just got some stuff he's got to deal with, and some family stuff, and just kind of all of that. Because it was kind of, boiling over even before the wreck in terms of, him having to take that week off to go to Arkansas. He's got some stuff he's got to deal with. But we love the big guy. And, we'll try to keep giving you something with him on the show, maybe once a week or so, maybe even more. Pop in from time to time. I feel like when football season gets here, he'll want to come be a part of it again. I think he'll want to talk ball. Speaking of talking ball, like I said, here on this Wednesday, not a lot of new developments. So it was list season, and I took it upon myself. I wrote an article, fanrunradio.com, where I ranked the 12 biggest games of Tennessee's schedule in 2026. We have 12 games. I just put them in order of what I deem as the biggest games in order. Can I interest you in that, Bubba?
You can. I'm sorry. I'm a little shook right now.
Bubba's rattled back here.
What happened? Yeah, you
I
guys.
was giving a gift.
Okay.
Throughout the break.
Okay.
And by break, I mean throughout the break. And it came in the box, gift wrapping. So I thought, okay, what the heck's going on here?
Okay.
Somebody out there is looking out for my health better than I am, because I received some Afrin no drip for severe congestion. So thank you, mysterious angel, for looking over my health.
That's beautiful.
It is.
I saw the boss bring you something in there, and you looked rattled, but I didn't know what it was. I was trying to do the radio show while you just were sitting over there in amazement at getting a gift. I was doing a heartfelt thing.
I think it was more shock than amazement.
Yeah.
He just comes in and he goes, Bubba, this is for you. And he's like, huh? I don't think I ordered anything to the
I can't tell you the address of this place.
Shock and awe.
Came in a little gift bag.
Well, shout out to that person. There's no name on it?
No, I was looking for any type of clue.
That's awesome. I
But
love
they
when
spelled my name wrong, so we can.
They spelled Bubba wrong?
No, they spelled Sean, or
Oh.
the last part. Editor, cut that out. Who doxed me?
Yeah, you just doxed yourself.
Yeah.
I love when the audience sends us stuff. Shout out to them. Well, what I was saying, Bubba, is that I've ranked the games 12-1. I've broken up in categories.
Did you Chat GPT this?
Did I Chat GPT this?
Did you Claude AI this?
You know,
Did
I
you
can't-
Gemini this?
Okay, I can't be too defensive about that right now, because I did use AI for the first time really ever.
It's pretty cool, right?
No. Well, so, it's supposed to be once a week. Every now and then we take a week off when nothing happens. But we're doing the movie podcast, me and the Critter, Cameron K. Ritter. You can get it on the Fan Run Podcast Network. We got it on the YouTube page. We'll talk about a movie once a week. And, for the YouTube thumbnail, typically our guy William is the one that puts those together. But my recording device did offer like a YouTube thumbnail. So I did click that. And it gave me some AI options, and then put them out there, and it looked good enough. And I didn't want to put anything extra on William's plate, because the guy's always complaining about how busy he is. And I was like, all right, brother. But to be fair, he did offer to do it. And I was like, don't worry about it. I got something else. He's like, you're replacing me with AI. I said, it's not that important, but yes. Did you see it? Go look at it on my Twitter page, because it's not me. It's very trippy. It's like 90% me. Maybe even Sam, Bubba, maybe you guys won't even be able to tell that it looks a little weird.
I hate that.
It's just close enough to where it's really unsettling. Now the other guy, Cameron, I feel like that's basically 100% him. Now maybe he feels the same way, but that's how I view him. But me, it's 90%. And it's unsettling.
I can't put my finger on who your face is merged with, but that's not you.
Well, no, it's not me. But like I said, it's close enough to where maybe you don't even notice that it's not me. But someone said I look like the guy from the Colts. This is our team videos.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
That's what I said. I was like, well, I don't know if I agree with that, but that's what I got whenever someone noticed.
I'd have to hear you sing it before I could make that,
We love them for the shoe.
Beat
Go
the
Blue.
Titans.
Yeah, I don't really
Make
know.
sure Cam knows what it's about.
I don't really know all the lyrics.
All right, so not really AI used for this list.
No,
John.
no. When I write, I get out and I actually write. All the ideas I have, all my thoughts.
Watching birds come across the sky, a little sunset action, some sounds that you hear, all that big brain of yours just working, making a list.
And I do.
Kind of looks like you and Ryan Russillo.
Okay, I can see that. Just two bald guys. Yeah, no, I can see that for sure. Just kind of merged.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I love riding. The problem is I'm a slow rider. I stew over it. So this took like a day and a half to actually do. It's kind of embarrassing, which is why I don't write more often, because it takes me like a full day just to write like 1,000 words of something and get it the way I want. So this took an embarrassingly long time, which is where it was something I could have just, did a podcast about or talked about on the radio and probably got it done in 15 minutes. But I did write it, fanrunradio.com. But I broke them up into sections. Bottom tier, the worst two games. Very basic. Number 12, number 11. You're paying them to come and lose, so you obviously got to win. Furman and Kennesaw State. Furman 12, Kennesaw State 11.
Are you just doing that because of Jerry Mack rub for 11?
Well, no, I just feel like Kennesaw State's better than Furman.
I mean, they were last year, it looked like.
Well, I assume they're going to be this year, too. Yeah, I assume Kennesaw State.
Didn't know their quarterback transfer, though? Possibly.
I don't think so. I don't know that for sure, though, or not, Bubba. But either way, Kennesaw State's better than Furman. If you want to put Furman 11 and Kennesaw State 12, whatever. I'm not going to argue about it. But that's the clear-cut bottom tier for me. And then you get into I broke it into, I do feel like the first-year Power 4 head coaches are the next group, the next category.
Oh.
Number 10, the least important power game we have, I personally put Kentucky at number 10. Kentucky at 10, Arkansas at 9, Auburn at 8. That's how I feel about that. Bubba, Sam, any thoughts there? Kentucky, Arkansas, and Auburn in ascending order.
I'd probably
I'd move Kentucky up.
Yeah. I agree with Bob. I'd flip Arkansas and Kentucky, I think.
You flip Arkansas and Kentucky?
Yeah. Just for the fact that I think this Will Stein guy is like somewhat interesting to me as like a young up-and-comer.
Sure.
Stoops is kind of he's made them average enough where I feel like Stein maybe could come in here and like they're not so bad to where he could kind of sell some recruits on trying to flip that thing around. They have some kind of interesting players in terms of this year's team. Like, I just think Kentucky's a better team than Arkansas this year.
Well, I do think Kentucky's a better team than Arkansas as well. This isn't me buying Arkansas long term. It's just, to me, it was kind of broken up. One's on the road, one's at home.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't lose to Kentucky. You don't get anything for beating Kentucky at home. Neither one of you nor me have ever seen Kentucky win in Knoxville during a non-pandemic year.
I was there for that.
That doesn't really count. You're a sicko for going to that, by the way.
I was his bodyguard.
Oh, that's right. You were working.
Yep.
That's right. You were Mark Stoops' bodyguard.
Yep.
We could actually probably blame you for the loss.
Nope.
At least in some weird way. I mean, you and mostly Jarrett Garantano. I'd probably give him much more of the blame chart.
You made Stoops feel too safe.
You made Stoops feel too safe.
Brother, they just had me on the sideline, and at the end, they're just like, hey, go stand within 15 feet of this guy.
You remember how much they paid you for that?
Yeah.
Okay, would you like to share?
Yeah, I mean, just through a company.
So it's just like $12 an hour or something like that?
Like 16.
I didn't know if it was just like a flat game. Like, hey, here's $100. Go do this for the game. So, yeah, I mean, like, I do agree. Like, I buy Will Stein more than Arkansas and, Silverfield moving forward. It's just Kentucky at home. You haven't won at Arkansas in 25 years. It's a road game. I gave it the rub there. And I got Auburn ahead of both of those just because of the Alex Golish
Yeah, I think that's fair.
stipulation. because like I do feel like the biggest potential disaster, not named Furman or Kennesaw State on the schedule. Would we agree that is Auburn? That if there's one game on the schedule that Josh Heupel needs to win, again, without counting Furman and Kennesaw State, would you say it is Auburn? That would be the worst loss for him?
Yeah, probably. I mean, to bring up the home and away stuff, like you made the split between Kentucky and Arkansas, like with the tough home games that you've got, you can't drop that to Auburn.
Sure. And then to me, just the Alex Golesh part of it, like the national narrative, and hell, some of it in our own fan base, talks about Heupel not being the same, the offense not being the same, Golesh, the real brainchild, the offense is his brainchild, I should say. I think if you lost that game to Golesh in year one, that's about as bad of a loss as you can have on the schedule. Winning it doesn't really do much for you because I don't think you're going to be doing backflips for beating a first-year coach at home.
The thing is, like, I mean, it's going to look really bad for a loss, but it is dependent on whether or not, because Auburn, like, they got 3 somewhat okay games to kind of test themselves. First game is against Baylor. Then they get to play, Florida. Then they get to play Vanderbilt right after that. And I feel like people would somewhat compare Vanderbilt to Tennessee, maybe put Tennessee slightly above Vanderbilt, but if they can, look phenomenal in those games.
Yeah. So, like, in your scenario here, Auburn is, what, undefeated when they come to Knoxville?
Yeah, 4-0.
If Auburn's undefeated when they come to Knoxville.
Wins over a Baylor, Florida, and Vanderbilt.
Yeah, if Baylor's what, a neutral site game? I don't know.
Yeah, neutral site at Mercedes-Benz, and then the rest of that they've been at. This would be their first big road test too, though.
Oh yeah, no, it would be their first big road test. If Auburn comes in here at 4-0, Bubba, then yeah, maybe we move this up a little bit. I don't necessarily see them getting to 4-0 because I just don't like their quarterback at all.
I was gonna say you just can't lose to Sidewinder Byron Brown.
Yeah, like I don't buy him at all. I don't buy him at all. So I don't think this.
Chaz Nimrod.
Chaz Nimrod, sure. I got no beef with Chaz Nimrod. Like, it does feel good knowing how much Josh Heupel and Tennessee have upgraded their wide receiver room since Chaz Nimrod left. No offense to him if he's listening, but like, I wouldn't have him higher than like 7th on our list this year in terms of guys I'd want to see on the field. Maybe 7th. I wouldn't have him in the top 6. So I got no ill will towards Chaz. Chaz. I got no ill will toward Chaz or Golesh. I just don't buy them as a legitimate team this year. I don't see them being 4-0. But if they are 4-0 with home wins over Florida and Vanderbilt on their resume, notched on their belt, then maybe that game feels a little bit bigger. But for now, I just got it at what I have, number 8. That's where I got it. Then the next section, I think it actually kind of worked out, where then you just kind of get to the road games. In order, 7, 6, 5, and 4. I go South Carolina, Georgia Tech, Vanderbilt, Texas A&M. That's how I rank the road games. Sam, your thoughts?
I don't think I would change anything on this list.
Nice. Good.
But
good answer.
I do, I want to move up South Carolina for some reason, kind of because to me that ties almost into like the Arkansas type of games of like weird, sneaky, tough environments against teams that are definitely worse than you, that you need to just get better at winning those. And like, I feel like our program under Heupel hasn't done a good job of like putting those games away. So like, I want to put that South Carolina game higher, but when you look at obviously starting the season off with Georgia Tech, like you can't get off to a bad start there.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt, the revenge game stuff and all that, I completely understand. And then obviously Texas A&M, like it would slot in at 7 to me, but it feels more important in my head than 7.
I think that's fair. And I did, as I wrote it, I did lay that out in terms of Georgia Tech. You could easily make the case it's lower, but the fact it is your first game, the fact it is on national TV, the fact it will be Faison Brandon's first road start, which by the way, Pete Nako's pretty much called a shot that it's going to be Brandon, which means
the BI7 Nikos.
Which means too that it's going to be Faison. We've already been kind of saying that on the show, but like once it gets out to the national side. Like it feels like a foregone conclusion. But yeah, in a vacuum, if I'm just ranking opponents and games that I want to win, South Carolina would probably be ahead of Georgia Tech. But the fact that Georgia Tech's first and it's national TV and it kind of sets the tone for the season, I put it ahead of South Carolina for that reason. Vandy, you could make the case it could be higher. You could make the case it could be lower. But the fact it's a revenge game, the fact it's a season finale, and that there might be something big on the stake, I put it as fifth. A&M just much more of a quality team right now, at least on paper coming into the season. I called it when you look at A&M's schedule, it's going to be A&M's biggest home game of the season up until that point. Now they play Texas to end the season. Obviously, Tennessee's not going to be bigger than the season finale, senior day against Texas. But up until that point, they don't really play anybody at home. There's a pretty good chance, a pretty good likelihood that they'll be 8-2 when Tennessee goes into town.
See, with South Carolina, we could see them at 5-1 coming off of a bye week.
With South Carolina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that causes a pretty dangerous environment, too, because it's like maybe the loss, assuming they're 5-1, they could, obviously derail with losses to Kentucky, who might be a sleeper. But, their biggest game before us is traveling on the road to Alabama. And then they got Kentucky, Florida, bye week, and then us.
So you don't have any confidence in Florida this year because you have Auburn and South Carolina beating them, or at least like you think it's possible that both those teams beat Florida?
Yeah.
Okay. Sam, do you concur with that? Because when I see Florida on the schedule this year, I've kind of gone back to thinking that's a tough game for these other teams.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think it's hey, Florida's going to lay down and not give you anything. I do think Summerall is going to bring some new energy in there. I really like that offensive coordinator that they brought over. And then, Florida, they've always had talent on that team. It's just whether or not that coach can kind of get it out of them and, have them playing as a unit. So is that game at South Carolina?
No,
at Florida?
It's at Florida.
Yeah. So, to me, I wouldn't be writing that one in as a win for any team walking into Florida these days now.
Yeah. But like Bubba says, if they do beat that Florida team, then they get a bye week. Then all of a sudden that Tennessee game becomes a lot bigger because you're right. I mean, they're going to beat Kent State. They're going to beat Towson. They should beat Mississippi State at home. Probably going to lose at Alabama. They never really beat Kentucky. Like, Beamer always kind of got beat by Stoops. But, like, Stoops ain't there anymore. So, like, we'll see. They get a home game against Kentucky, a road trip to Florida, then a bye week. So, yeah, if they are sitting at 5-1, then we maybe move the South Carolina game up for sure. That's a fair point.
The problem is, that obviously has to happen week, 6.
Sure.
Like, we won't know till.
Right, for sure. And they could lose to Kentucky. They could lose to Florida. They could be.
Yeah.
They better not lose that.
If they're
SEC
3-3 heading into us, then we're.
I think Mississippi State is somewhat just dangerous. I don't think they're going to go, be an 8-win team, but that young quarterback they've got is really, really good.
If it was at Mississippi State, I would think Mississippi State would probably win that game. But it being at home, I was just. They better win that game. But yeah, if they lose that, then yeah, Beamer's hot seat. Like, Tennessee might be the death blow. Mm-hmm. Like, if they lose to Mississippi State and lose to Alabama, then they're going to lose to at least one of Kentucky or Florida. Then you're looking at Tennessee handing them a 4th loss before they even get to Halloween. So, like, that game could completely fall apart as well.
You know that Jaden Rashad is on their roster?
That's the kid that Florida.
He's been to Sac State,
right?
Georgia, Arizona State.
That's the quarterback that went to Florida, got a big NIL, and like they didn't pay him, so then he left, went to Arizona State. That didn't work out. He's where now? He's just hanging out at South Carolina?
Mississippi State.
Okay. I called Texas A&M to me, it's the biggest difference between like reward and risk. I think the A&M game is pretty much zero risk as I sit here in the preseason. Whereas if you win that could be a season resume builder right there, a road win at a top 15 team. Let's take a break, Sam. We'll come back. We'll look at the top 3 games, the season-defining home games that you have to find a way to win 2 of, is what I've called them. Stick with us. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Check out exclusive Fan Run video content on YouTube. Just search Fan Run Sports and be sure to like and subscribe.
Only 3 homestands remaining for your Knoxville Smokies, and some of the best promotions are still to come. Join us the last week of the month for Paint the Park Pink Night or Knoxville Giants Night. In August, we've got UT Night and free hot dog night, and we end the season in September with Ice Bears Night and fan appreciation. So much fun still to come. So get your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Knoxville Smokies.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Back in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Drink the light, refreshing White Claw Hard Seltzer. Top 3 biggest games of the season. To me, all at home. They are season-defining home games. And if you're going to have a successful season, or at least be in contention for the playoff, you got to find a way to win 2 of these. I went number 3, LSU, number 2, Alabama, number 1, Texas. Sam, do you concur?
Yeah.
Bubba, do you concur?
I do.
You concur?
Texas is the first big test of the season.
You almost never agree with me. Wow.
Flowers, John.
Mind is blown. Bubba's not going to nitpick me?
Because it's also a changing point in the season too. Because it's like after Georgia Tech, which is is what it is. Texas coming to town. Arch Manning, Peyton Manning, rooting for family over his legacy. It's gonna obviously set what's gonna happen for the Auburn game. It's gonna set what happens for Alabama and expectations.
I almost didn't want to put Texas at 1 just for the noon aspect of it, but I do think that's the game that if you win it changes the narrative of the program the most, because it's like people have seen us beat Alabama. You've gotten kind of your flowers, but it's like, all right, beat somebody else.
Is it sacrilegious to say that the third Saturday in October has lost a little juice since Nick Saban retired? Because, I mean, look, it's Tennessee, Alabama. That matters a lot. But, like, when I was in my formative years, 95 to 2004, I mean, like, Alabama was a rival, of course. But, like, to me, it was and a lot of people my age taking a back seat to, like, Florida. Then you had the Nick Saban run after that, and you didn't really feel like much of a rival for a good portion of that. You finally beat him, and then he leaves. Like, to me, it still matters. Don't get me wrong. It's number 2 on the list, but, like, it doesn't feel quite as important without Nick Saban. Alabama doesn't quite feel as special, and the reward for beating them doesn't feel as special.
How much of that do you think is just, like, kind of weird off years roster wise for both teams, maybe, where, like, you beat, you took down Nick Saban and that was incredible. And then it's like, all right, we got kind of boring. Kalen DeBoer doesn't really rock the boat. All right, Jalen Milroe coming in, like, beating Jalen Milroe just didn't feel like it was beating like a juggernaut Alabama team type of thing. And then you go in and it's Joey Aguilar.
Yeah.
And you just don't really feel like you're giving them like your best shot necessarily. You know what I'm saying?
It's a little bit of expectations, like, versus reality, because, like, winning 2022, finally ending that streak was obviously awesome. And then, like, you believed you could do it, but in the back of your head, you knew it was a long shot. Like, you knew, like, I'm not going to believe it till I see it. Then you did it. 2024, don't get me wrong, winning that game was cool. I was pumped up, but I felt that whole week like we were going to beat Alabama that week. Like, it wasn't like the thrill of like of an upset or finally proving something. It was more of like relief of like, okay, yeah, you won that game. Now, I cared enough to go on the road both in 2023 and 2025 to Alabama, so I don't want to act like I didn't care about the rivalry. I was there. I thought Joey Aguilar was going to have a chance to win that game, and we did have a chance. We just couldn't stop Ty Simpson on third downs.
I find this game to have more juice just because
the worst pick sixes you'll ever see in big time college football.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what a terrible throw that was.
I just think it has more juice now because it's 2 quarterbacks that are like the future of their program for the next 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, no, I mean, Alabama, like, Tennessee should be 5-1 when they come to town at worst. Right? I mean, like, Tennessee, like, you lose to Texas, you should beat everybody else between the start of the season and Alabama. You should. If you haven't, something's gone wrong.
Yeah, because, I mean, let's see, start off with East Carolina, at Kentucky, Florida State, South Carolina, at Mississippi State. Georgia should be there.
Yeah, no, I mean, Alabama should start out 5-0. But then, yeah, before they play us, they play Georgia, which it is nice.
They are hosting.
Say what?
They do host Georgia, though.
They are hosting, but, like, either way, like, that should be a war, a physicality difference there of opponents. Like, Georgia's physicality should be much greater than anybody else on their schedule. So, like, Tennessee should have a little bit of a boost health-wise coming into that game, which I think is nice. Alabama should come into Knoxville ranked in the top 10. It's going to be a huge game this year. I just got Texas is bigger. You already kind of mentioned it, but a Manning is coming into Neyland Stadium. It's the first marquee game of the season. I know Georgia Tech's prime time, but, like, it'll be on the same time as Texas and Ohio State. It's not going to be getting marquee attention.
I mean, it sets the tone for the rest of the season. And I think that's just huge because it's like, again, we could be falling apart by the time Alabama comes. Alabama could be falling apart, so it might not have the juice.
Yep.
But at least the opportunity to have hope, I think, outweighs.
Well, it sounds like you guys think I nailed the list then. That's good. Wow.
I wouldn't say nail because we had to make some changes.
You already said I nailed it. Perfect list.
Didn't say perfect.
You got no complaints.
We already voiced our concerns.
Well, what would you switch real quick?
Well, I mean,
besides Furman and Kennesaw State.
And, possibly South Carolina.
Possibly, or you would?
I mean, the fact that it's, mid-season, I'd like to know if they're 5-1 or.
Well, that's the part of the exercise, Bubba. You don't know the future. What are you switching, Bubba? South Carolina and Georgia Tech?
Yeah.
Moron. Georgia Tech's the first game of the year. Sam, anything you would switch?
All of it. The next one is what's number one.
Yeah, Furman's number one. That's what I should have done. That should have been the bit of the article.
Every game in order, yeah.
Yeah, every game's number one because it'll be the next one at the time. Hour one of the books. We'll read some of your comments in hour two. Stick with us. It's Fan Run Radio.
The flagship station for Tennessee football. Fans. Fan Run Radio.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
Are you ready to show off that confident, radiant smile you've always dreamed of? Well, here at Knoxville Smiles, we're ready to turn your dream into a reality. At Knoxville Smiles, we're more than just a dental practice. We're your partners in achieving optimum oral health. From routine cleanings and checkups to advanced cosmetics and restorative procedures, we offer a wide range of services in an environment that makes every visit a positive and comfortable experience. At Knoxville Smiles, it's about more than just treatments. We're focused on creating a welcoming environment where you feel like family. Our state-of-the-art facilities are designed with your comfort in mind, and our friendly staff is always ready to address your questions and concerns. Don't wait any longer to achieve a beautiful smile you deserve. Schedule your appointment at Knoxville Smiles today and take that first step towards a healthier, happier you. Call us at 865-539-1776 to book your appointment today, or just visit our website at knoxvillesmiles.com.
I think we're both going to find out just how dumb technology has made us over the last 5 or 10 years.
You're listening to Talk Sports.
All right, welcome into the 2019 Talk Sports Spelling Bee. John, you'll go first. Bouquet.
Can I have a definition, please?
A bunch of flowers.
Bouquette.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Cody, your word is chameleon. The definition is a lizard that
I know
can,
what a chameleon is.
as protection, change color.
CHAMELION.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
Airing every day
from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Cody, your word is geisha.
You mean like the...
a Japanese woman trained as a singer or dancer. Geisha.
GESHA.
I lost it. Hold on. Oh, that's incorrect.
On 1340 WKGN.
John, your word is hippopotamus.
HIPPOPOTAMUS.
Nailed it.
I am the smartest man alive! Hour number 2, kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. This batch of headlines is brought to you by Knoxville Smiles. Don't put off your dental visits any longer. Get in and get them done before football season starts. Invisalign, veneers, implants. They can make you look good with all your cosmetic stuff. Whitening, tooth removal, fillings, crowns, bridges. They can do it all at Knoxville Smiles. Visit their website, knoxvillesmiles.com. Local dentistry done right. All right, let's try some hour 2 headlines, Bubba. You've not left me with a lot of confidence after yesterday's hour 3. Let's see what you do this go around.
Well, this is big news. Olive Garden bringing back the never-ending pasta pass. Only 10,000 of them are around. A lot of bots, I fear, may scoop them up. I hope not.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what the catch was.
$100 pass gives customer unlimited pasta dishes for 13 weeks with no limits on the visit.
Okay. Yeah,
But
no, it sounds like the greatest deal of all time, and I'd be like, why would everyone not buy this? Like,
there's only 10,000 of them to go around.
Okay, there's the catch. Because I was, thinking like, college students, poor people, people with families that need to, I guess maybe they probably wouldn't let you take it home with you. And just say, just go there and get a whole bunch of food and just get a to-go box. But
you don't think they'd let you take it home?
Probably not. I feel like most all-you-can-eat stuff won't let you do that, but I don't know. I don't know how.
Real leaders know how to smuggle that stuff out.
And like maybe you just find a good waiter or waitress that'll take care of you. But the fact that there's limited, that changes everything to me, Bubba, because I don't know if you guys saw this StubHub story, but like I don't have any confidence in the American corporation. When StubHub, the CEO of StubHub, was also running a damn company that was built on buying tickets and reselling them on StubHub for even more profits. Double, triple dipping on us. I got no confidence in American corporations. So what's to say that Olive Garden isn't actually buying up all these passes, Bubba?
This is what happens when we get out of the physical ticket game.
Well,
sports were blissful whenever we had the physical ticket that you got to hand them.
Yes and no, but the physical ticket was very easy to counterfeit. So, like, whenever you would try to go to games and buy tickets, like, physically from somebody outside the game.
I still feel like those numbers are less than online.
Getting scammed or just, like, the bloating of the prices?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think I'd rather a small population get scammed from a physical ticket than everyone have to suffer from the inflation of ticket prices from predators like this guy.
I personally don't mind paying a little bit more for the comfort of not having to haggle with people or just like getting a crowd without the tickets. I like the option of being able to buy tickets online. Sometimes you can still get a deal. My problem is like the idea of like, I think I'm pretty much at the point where if I'm buying tickets, even resale, I'm just doing it from Ticketmaster. Who, don't get me wrong, Ticketmaster sucks too. Like Ticketmaster, you could argue is the worst of them. But at least on Ticketmaster, you have to have the actual tickets on there. And like when I buy them, I know that I'm going to get them. Whereas if you buy them from StubHub or SeatGeek, the sender might not actually send them to you. I mean, you saw that story. That was really a big talking point the first couple weeks of the World Cup, where so many people were getting screwed out of their World Cup tickets. Where they were buying them and then the seller just was never sending them and they were getting screwed. They were coming over from a different country to get here or building their whole trip around a certain place and just not getting the tickets. At least on Ticketmaster, when you buy them, they might be overpriced. They might hit you with fees, but at least you'll get the damn tickets. I've got no confidence, Bubba, though, that the Olive Garden CEO is not just buying up these passes and reselling them for $300 on the black market. Or just buying them all up so that you can't get your grubby little paws on one.
That's not a very family thing to do.
You can't go eat all this pasta, but they get the promotion on radio shows and websites all across the country. Because I got to be honest, when I saw the Olive Garden Fast Pass or whatever they call it, Pasta Pass, I was thinking, I wouldn't mind going to get a little tour of Italy.
I thought that too. Now my opinions change. Death to Olive Garden.
See if you can. Well, not yet. Let's see if we can buy one. How do we buy one?
We got to wait in a queue, brother.
When are they going to sell?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yep.
Okay. Are we going to try to get one?
We should.
Do you think we have to have ID, or can I buy one and then we just pass it around?
2:00.
Online or what? They could have easily charged $200 for this and it still would have been a bargain, right?
Pastapass.com.
Yep, they got a countdown clock. 1 day, 4 hours, 51 minutes, and 20 seconds and counting down.
Make a note for us to go check this tomorrow. I want to see what the line looks like.
All right.
I bet those waiters hate to see the Pasta Pass people coming in.
They hate to see me coming in.
Yeah.
Breadsticks.
Not getting a big tip with the Pasta Pass people. Because there's no check.
I feel like there's got to be. They're just comping, be like, or Pasta Pass are paid with gift card.
Well, I know, but still, you don't run your
Because
cart.
also,
But I'm
that
saying
doesn't
you don't run
count drinks either. You want to drink with your meal. That ain't part of the Pasta
I feel like if
Pass.
you're buying the Pasta Pass, you just go get water and just fill up on pasta. But maybe not. Maybe you get a Coke.
At what dollar amount of the Pasta Pass do you get tired of eating pasta? Obviously you pay $100 for it, but you might eat $300 worth of pasta before you get tired. What is that number?
Yeah, I don't know what the pasta actually looks like. I assume it's not just anything. It's just basic pasta and sauce. And maybe you can add meatballs and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, that's where they get you. You got to probably add meat to it,
Sure.
Oh, for $2.99 you could add chicken.
Yeah.
And by $2.99 we mean $6.99
Yeah.
because we're Olive Garden.
I mean, Sam, I feel like if I paid $100 for the Pasta Pass, I would bank in that I was going to eat 5 times at least, $20 a pop. And then after that, I'd probably feel like I got my money's worth and I'd probably get sick of the
I'd
pasta.
try to go 5 times a week.
And you might. And some people will.
Just fill my freezer up with this food for the next months to where I can have stuff to fall back on.
I'd be curious to see if they let you take it home. But getting it, I'd say $20 a pop. You eat 5 times, you'd feel at least you got your money's worth. Kind of we talk about the movie pass. If you go once a month, you feel like you broke even. I'd feel like if I paid $100 for the Pasta Pass and went 5 times, I'd feel like I would feel like I got even. It says no, you cannot take anything to go.
They don't know me, son.
What are you going to do? Just put tin foil in your pockets?
Ziploc bags.
Okay. Would you not feel shame loading that up?
No.
Yeah, no shame in your game. All right. What else you got for the news?
We have a saga happening here at Michigan. So 2 days ago, a man by the name of Justin Spiro, can't trust this guy in his source, but revealed that Ward Manuel could be out as Michigan AD. And this kind of coincides with an article put out by USA Today where Michigan hid evidence of multiple scandals, a former coach lawsuit says. And then Ward Manuel is now coming out saying that he does not want to leave the university.
Of course he doesn't want to leave. Why would he want to leave? He's not ever going to get another job after this, or at least a good job.
It'll be great down at, Division II's finest.
They're going to have to pay him big money to fire him. He's not leaving.
Only Danny White. Better be careful. If it can happen to Ward Manuel, it can happen to Danny.
Better be careful talking ill about Danny. Michigan might be a prestigious enough institution that Danny would listen if they called him.
One thing we never got around to was, according to CNBC, the 10 worst states to live in for 2026. And ding, 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 ding. Tennessee was at the top of this list.
Who did this?
They're just saying CNBC.
Okay. And they're deeming Tennessee as the worst state to live in?
For 2026, yes. Tennessee, Texas, Indiana.
Okay,
Louisiana,
so
Georgia, Utah.
Okay, when you tell me Tennessee, Texas, and Indiana, especially the first two, I think of ultra conservative, far right, MAGA. So, is that what this state is judging this off of, the state's politics? I don't really know how Indiana gets down. I know rural Indiana, pretty far right. Is that what they're doing here? Are they just skewing this? Is it really a political?
I think you're just noticing a trend because this is for, I think quality of life based on metrics like crime rates, air quality, health care, child care costs, laws, reproductive rights, stuff like that. Where Tennessee was number 1, Texas 2, Indiana, Louisiana, Georgia, Utah, Missouri, Alabama, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Pretty much the whole SEC there.
It seems weird that they would call Tennessee the worst.
I'm glad they do. Tears people from moving here.
I don't think it's going to stop anybody from moving here, man.
But
I think the word is out. Everyone wants to move here.
So, the thing, too, is, I was looking at this the other day because I was intrigued how many people are actually moving here. And since, I want to say 2019 or 2020, we've only had, 200,000 more people move.
It's not as bad as everybody acts.
No, which, granted, is a lot of people. That's, they said, a 3% increase, but I think that's, standard or might be typical if you follow, the proper linear path of population versus,
I'm on
money and stuff.
I'm on CNBC's website. I'm on this article. I'm just going to read some stuff here as to why they're calling Tennessee the worst. First part right here. Tennessee Republicans, led by Governor Bill Lee, make no apologies for a rash of state laws targeting the LGBTQ plus community, including the bathroom law. Okay. The nuclear family consists of one husband, one wife, any biological, adopted, or fostered children. Okay. It sponsors deliberately timed the observance to coincide with the month the Pride Month. Inclusiveness isn't the only area where the Vols state falls short.
This is a damn snowflake list.
It also has one of the highest violent crime rates in the nation.
They're just letting one city do all the work.
Oh, it has the 3rd highest rate of drug deaths. I'd imagine people are dying all across the state from drugs. It's not just...
Yeah, we got a lot of people scattered all throughout, man.
Quality of life,
Them
64
Cosby boys,
out of
careful what they got in their
290.
mouths.
Strength, air quality. I guess we got good air quality. Weaknesses, crime, inclusiveness, worker protections. Okay.
It's kind of hilarious that they're sneaking in air quality.
I wouldn't think that's
just
pretty
all
good.
of those very niche.
We got a lot of pollen down here, so that kind of thumbs things down a bit. Plus occasional wildfires, smoke. We still got radiation happening from government-funded projects way back when. At least the roads are okay.
Anything else we need to hit?
Oh, lots of stuff, John. You caught me off guard. Just a lot of weird NBA stuff. We got Udonis Haslem beefing with Draymond Green. We've got the Pelicans and DeAndre Jordan.
The Pelicans and DeAndre Jordan is one of the saddest NBA front office stories I can remember. The Pelicans hate their guy running the show, Joe Dumars, who is still getting credit for helping put the Pistons together way back in the day, but he's been a disaster pretty much ever since. He's been a disaster for over 15 years. He made a really bad trade last year with the Hawks that everyone made fun of. Somehow he kept his job. And then, according to NBA guys, just completely didn't understand a certain rule, a certain workaround, where you're allowed to give veterans a minimum contract that's a little bit higher than it used to be. It's somebody like DeAndre Jordan, who's I guess at this point, maybe in year 18. They were going to give him a 1-year big vet minimum deal for I think it's basically $3.5 million because they value his leadership. It doesn't count fully against the cap or something strange. But because they said that they thought other teams were also offering him that deal, they offered him 2 years, saying, hey, we'll pay you for 2 years if you come here. But once you offer 2 years, it cancels out the whole veteran minimum loophole. So instead, they're giving $3.5 million this year, $4 million next year to DeAndre Jordan, who doesn't really play anymore, fully guaranteed, and they don't get the discount because that only works for 1-year deals. And everybody in the NBA front offices are yeah, I don't think they really understood the rule. I think they were a little confused by that.
I am also confused by that.
It is a little confusing. Essentially, you can pay old guys for a year to stick around. It doesn't fully count against your money, but you can't do it for 2 years. They offered him a 2-year contract and didn't understand the rule.
Could you renew this contract?
Well, they already renewed it. It's a 2-year guaranteed deal.
So, but is it like
other teams
unlimited uses or no? Like,
if you were
just
smart,
do 1 year at a time.
It's 1 year at a time. So if you're smart, you would do it 1 year and then be like, hey, we'll bring you back next year too.
Okay.
But instead, they said, hey, we're going to go ahead and guarantee you 2 years, which is against the rules. So now it counts fully against the cap, and he's not worth any money. He's not a player anymore. It's just another thing that's just their guy doesn't understand. And it's another black eye for Joe Dumars, who, increasingly seems like he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. The Pelicans have had a terrible offseason. And they're kind of just in the worst shape of any franchise right now. And this is just another example of that. All right, go back to headlines. We'll talk some sports. We'll check in on the YouTube chat, see if they had any thoughts on the schedule, the biggest games of the season. We'll see what else we can scrounge up for you. It's a Wednesday summer edition of Talk Sports. Stick with us.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
Only 3 homestands remaining for your Knoxville Smokies, and some of the best promotions are still to come. Join us the last week of the month for Paint the Park Pink Night or Knoxville Giants Night. In August, we've got UT Night and free hot dog night, and we end the season in September with Ice Bears Night and Fan Appreciation. So much fun still to come. So get your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Knoxville Smokies.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
Pete Nakos, or as Bubba calls him, Mr. Q Bubba. Pete Nakos, or as Bubba calls him.
Are we allowed to say that word or just the
Well, I thought you were just going
BI7
to spell it
Nico?
out. Yeah, usually you spelled it out last time. Just spell it out again.
BI7 Nikos.
Don't be the kid that asks his parents, "Can I say it? Can I say it?" Either do or don't. If you have to ask, don't say it.
Okay.
That's my motto, Bubba. Either do it or don't.
Bitch Nikos.
Oh, well, you didn't ask. You just did it. Credit to you, I guess. It is funny that they were afraid to just type that out. The Ian Maliavas had to spell it that weird way. He called his shots on every starting quarterback in the SEC. Of course, not a lot of drama at every school. Some guys already have their spots. I'm not going to give him much credit for predicting that Arch Manning is going to be starting at Texas or Marcel Reed at Texas A&M. But for Tennessee, he went out, he called his shot, and he said it's going to be Faison Brandon. And these are his words. Entering the spring, it appeared George McIntyre was the clear-cut quarterback to beat to earn the starting job. But true freshman Faison Brandon came on strong, pushing McIntyre and looking better at times. Sources through the spring and now into the summer continue to tell On3 that Brandon has positioned himself to truly compete for the job and potentially start week 1. McIntyre had an up-and-down spring and clearly did not outright win the job. The amount of talent and potential Brandon has will be hard to tamp down. The Volunteers open with Furman before playing at Georgia Tech, giving them a week to play both quarterbacks if necessary. Projection, Faison Brandon. So absolutely nothing new there, no insight that we don't know about. Does Pete Nakos saying any of this, Sam, does it register at all to you? Does it matter?
About us specifically?
Yeah.
Me personally, no, because I've been on here ever since the start of the quarterback competition, not controversy, but just conversation, saying that I think Faison needs to be the guy. So
yeah,
maybe it just makes me feel better that, someone of his stature and reporting power, I guess, is coming out here and making it pretty clear that it's not George McIntyre.
Yeah, like to me, it's only noteworthy. I don't really care about Pete Nakos and his opinion, but I assume that his opinion is actually just like what he's been told. Like it's not like he's looking at the practice film and making his deduction on who's been better. I'd imagine he's reaching out to sources at every school, right, who is saying, this is probably a safe bet here. And for a while now, he's been basically relaying from Tennessee that they feel really good about where Faison Brandon is and not so good about where George McIntyre is.
Has he been talking with the Patafax?
I don't know if he's been talking with the Patafax. I don't think he actually likes the Patafax. I don't think he likes the Patafax.
I think that with him putting this out there into the world, there's now a greater chance that George McIntyre could be the starting quarterback for the University of Tennessee.
What's the logic there?
Maybe this really fires them up. George is saying they're counting me out. Can't do this.
He was just going through the motions and wasn't really trying hard to win the starting job until he read that update from Pete Nakos.
He's got so many things to focus on. He's got to focus on his weight. He's got to focus on academics, his woman, his family.
To be fair, you're right. Like, if you're George McIntyre, I'd be like, man, like...
NIL stuff, too, making money.
You want me to gain all this weight? How am I supposed to also study the playbook? I'm eating nonstop. I'm in the weight room working out and just eating. That's all I can do right now. How am I supposed to also work on mechanics and learning the offense and doing all those things? Huh? Make up your mind. What the hell do you people want from me?
Do you think it's palpable that they would do for the very first game against Furman? They would start George for the half and then have Faison come in for the second half?
No, I don't think they would do that.
So just one started throughout instead of flipping it?
No, I don't necessarily think that either, but I don't think it'd be like broken down into halves in this scenario.
Because I was trying to think of like what Iowa used to do whenever they would have like quarterbacks coming in, it felt like every other series or quarter or something like that.
Well, Florida did
Yeah.
that during the late 90s, early 2000s, where Spurrier was rotating guys every damn series. Like, I don't think we'll do that either. But if it was going to be a situation where both guys play against Furman, I would imagine that one guy would get like 2, maybe 3 series, and then you let the other guy come in and get 2, maybe 3 series and go from there. I don't think it'd be a situation where one guy played a full half and the other guy played a full half, unless that was Faison Brandon as the starting quarterback. Tennessee's up by 40 points, and they sit him and let George get some work, just as you try to develop both quarterbacks with the understanding that Faison has already earned the starting spot for Georgia Tech. Does that make sense? Like, if Faison starts against Furman, blows them out, and then George comes in the second half, I could see that break up, that separation then.
But at that point, though, I mean, it kind of derives from the point I was trying to make, because it's like at that point, we would already have a guaranteed starter instead of still maybe testing out what we're going to do.
I think playing both quarterbacks in any scenario in these games this year is actually really stupid. If you think that Faison Brandon should play, he's never played college football before, he should play every single snap that he can to adjust just to game speed playing in a game. I'd rather play Faison Brandon for 4 quarters than play George McIntyre for 2 drives even. Give Faison every single rep that he can get possible.
I don't think I agree with that, just in the sense that, like, I do think developing a backup quarterback isn't the worst idea. Just assuming that, like, you're going to need the guy to be able to play at some point. And that's a possibility with any team, right? That your starter gets knocked out or gets banged up or helmet comes off. You have to come in for at least a snap or series. He gets his bell rung. I mean, think about Nico, his freshman year. He got knocked out a couple games, and you had to have Gaston Moore come in and, throw an awful interception against Alabama. But he did at least take you on a couple drives against, was that Mississippi State? I think he took you on at least a couple drives against, I believe. So, like,
hand the ball off to Deshaun Bishop.
I think he had a couple passes, but either way, point being, like, every rep that matters in the Furman game for 3 quarters, sure. Like, you're saying don't rotate in the first half. 4th quarter garbage time, I would rather McIntyre come in and mop up duty and get Faison out of the game versus, like, somebody taking a cheap shot and getting him hurt. So, like, I think we're saying the same thing, but, like, you're just being a little bit extreme and saying every single snap. I think ultimately you'd be okay with, like, hey, there's 6 minutes left in the 40-point game. Let George come in, hand the ball off, and get him out.
Sure.
Yeah.
If we're flip-flopping quarterbacks in the first half, I'm out on Heupel.
No, that to me is a completely fair take, and I side towards that too. Like, I don't think Heupel's really even kept that door open. I feel like he's actually been the opposite of saying, hey, we want to know who our quarterback is and announce it within a week or 2 of camp. I would say Heupel, as a former quarterback himself, understands the value of, like, being able to be a leader on a team. That should be one of his greatest strengths, right? Is, like, Heupel gets credit for being a good leader at Oklahoma. Like, his teammates still talk about his leadership. I mean, that is something that, like, is one of the better things about his career. That, to me, Sam, should coincide with him understanding the importance of allowing his quarterback of his team to grab the bull by the horns, to take control, to be the general, to be the leader, and kind of develop those reps and develop those relationships.
It wouldn't help any of the 3 parties involved. Faison's development, George's development, and then Heupel and the staff's ability to pick and choose who's, going out there and proving it more on the field type of thing.
I don't know if I agree that it wouldn't help, like, George's development, because I do think just getting snaps and getting reps is important for every player. I mean, I do think getting out there and playing would help.
You have to establish the pecking order is what I'm saying.
No, for sure. Like, he would become a little bit more comfortable. So I do think there would be some benefits to it, but they're not separated enough where it matters. So, like, take 2023, for example. Like, Joe Milton was the established guy. He was that leader that we're talking about that Josh Heupel would want. I didn't think it hurt him to let Nico come in the 4th quarter and play some. Or take 2022, for example. Like, when Hendon Hooker went and sat after he had, like, he won the job in 21. It was clearly his team in 22. The offense was great. I thought Joe Milton getting to play those 4th quarters and getting to, like, develop in the offense was probably good for Joe Milton. But like you said, there was a clear established pecking order. I don't think early in the season, especially game one, that it would be possible for the pecking order to be clearly established with Faison Brandon and George McIntyre. There's nothing Faison could really do in practice to leave no doubt moving forward. You know what I mean? Like in playing like 2 series against Furman and then you start rotating, it would still be enough of a question that I do agree with what you said. Like, don't rotate all in the first half. Let your quarterback be your starter. And like once you give him the reins, you have to kind of keep George locked in. And that's going to be a tough job for Heupel this year, is to keep this guy locked in as your backup quarterback. Now you can't transfer. And like with the new like, 5-and-5 rule, like, I mean, did George, he used his red shirt last year anyway, so there's no point in like even trying to red shirt. So like all that's fine. It's not like I think he'll quit the team. I don't think George would do that. But like keeping him locked in, keeping him focused, and keeping him like his morale high and ready in case he does have to play, that'll be a tough job for Josh Heupel to do, because George McIntyre was a highly rated quarterback. I'd imagine he thought that he was going to get to play and get an opportunity to play at Tennessee. And if he gets past,
that's not Heupel's job.
Oh, no.
I hope that's graduate assistant, GA, random quarterback that you brought off the street. Hey, George, stay locked in, buddy.
Yeah.
I do not want my head coach having to baby bird the backup quarterback that we maybe gave us, promised a starting spot when he was a 4-star.
Yeah, that's completely fair. When I say Heupel's job, I really just mean the coach's job.
Yeah.
Like the offensive staff. Like it's his operation. Like he's ultimately in charge. But you're right. Like I don't want Josh having to text George throughout the week and be like, "Hey, buddy, you locked in? We still love you. We still need you. Your time's going to come."
Going.
Yeah, like I agree with you there. Like Heupel
for dinner.
Heupel needs to be focused on the big picture stuff. So that's a Joey Halsley, or like you said, just a grad assistant that's there doing that. I do agree. I do agree with that take. But like, yeah, it would be tough to be in George McIntyre's shoes right now, and to feel like you've been passed up by somebody younger than you, because there's no real path back from that once that happens at the school. So if you're him and that happens, like I would imagine you start thinking of your exit strategy, or like what happens next, life after that. I don't think any big time Power 4 school is going to give him a starting job either. I mean, based off what he's proven. So like now if you're him, you're facing the reality of having to go down a level and kind of start from scratch. And that would take a toll on you, for sure. But you hope that like the coaching background in his family breeds some maturity and breeds some coach speak, and like the growing up a Tennessee fan, leads to still loving the school and wanting what's best. And like you hope that you could still be a good teammate and all of those things, because he is the backup quarterback this year. You don't really want to think about life with a backup quarterback, but like there'll be an instance where there's at least a scare.
Blue Mountain State.
There'll be a week this week, or a week this season, where there'll be a report of, Brandon's a little limited with an ankle. He kind of tweaked his ankle, or something like that. It's not a good place to be with no backup quarterback.
You're counting out Ryan Staub.
I am counting out Ryan Staub. No disrespect to him, but like, I don't.
Disrespectful.
Maybe he could be the guy that comes in and mop up. Comes in and if you had to have an emergency quarterback, maybe I don't know, Bubba. And that, what, that's fair, because I will say having Ryan Staub as your third quarterback is probably a step up from what I talked about in 2024, where Gaston Moore was your number 2. You know what I mean? Like Gaston Moore is more of like the Ryan Staub. It should be like your third string emergency quarterback only. Not your guy that's like, hey, you're coming in because our quarterback's got a little bit of a concussion, we think. Welcome to the Alabama game. So I will say that like I'd rather have Staub as a third string than Gaston Moore as a second string.
Schlob on my Staub.
Faison Brandon against Furman, like, would be a game that, you know, the reps are important. The maturity is important. Getting those things are, all those things are important. But, like, it's going to be so weird going into the Georgia Tech game without really knowing what you have on the road. And we did that in 24 with Nico, you know, going against NC State. But that was a neutral site. Not quite the same. He was a red shirt freshman. So at least he had, like, you know, been on the road before. He'd been in other environments before. It wasn't his first taste of a road college football game in general. He got to play the bowl game. Not that really matters, but I do think getting those reps were important because at least it was a power opponent, like, outside of your home. It's going to be crazy getting there and having a true freshman making his first real start on the road.
Man, Bobby Stodd being a raucous environment.
You would think so. You would think so. I'll be curious to see what type of crowd, you know, Tennessee brings down to Atlanta with them, but it's going to be a night game too.
Did not realize I had Justice Haynes as their running back.
As a, you know, during an era of college football where young quarterbacks don't really play, where everyone's kind of a transfer, you know, a veteran. These moments are going to be few and far between. This might be one of the last times a true freshman quarterback makes his first power conference start on the road. It's exciting.
Yeah.
Definitely exciting. A little nerve-wracking, I would say. A little nerve-wracking.
I'd be more nervous if they had, like, Haynes King still, but
yeah, no, like, Georgia Tech's not. I don't expect Georgia Tech.
You don't believe in Alberto Mendoza, the quarterback brother of quarterback legend.
Those Mendozas might just be magical. Like, maybe he's got some magic to him. We'll see. But yeah, like, I would be much more nervous if it was Haynes King, for sure. What Sam said, and they still had their offensive coordinator, and they still had their NFL running back. Like, all those things would be a lot scarier to me.
This guy looks like Luka a lot.
Yeah, he does. He does look like Luka. Hopefully he behaves like Luka and just gets out there and starts growling.
That's what we don't want.
Yeah, just get out there. Yeah, just gets out there. Like, Georgia, like, what's Georgia Tech's over under this year? Do we know? I imagine it's like at like 7.5 if I was guessing. I'll see if I can find it. But yeah, they're expected to take a step back. I'm going to be drunk in Las Vegas.
Whoa.
At a poolside cabana when this game's happening. I hope this doesn't derail my bachelor party. Losing this game would completely derail the trip.
That's why you got to have your day already set by like 2 o'clock, and then the whole day is either a roller coaster of highs or just a very dark pit of despair.
What do you mean by having my day set? What do you mean by that?
Like, I mean, all right, if you're going to gamble, you know, have everything done by 2 o'clock so that way you can either have no money left to gamble, and then it's just a bad day, and all you have left is a Tennessee game.
Oh, no, it'll probably be the opposite. I'll probably have a lot of money on Tennessee to win. That's kind of what I was thinking. I haven't seen a point spread on it yet, but at the very least, it'll be like a Vols Titans money line parlay between us being Georgia Tech and the Titans being the Jets. That'll, like, hopefully pay for, like, the entire trip is kind of what it's kind of be my mindset.
Fun fact: Georgia Tech has a pair of brothers that are both linemen. Cortland Hurd and Courtney Hurd.
That is a fun fact.
The weight is yet to be determined, where I can do a combined weight or whatever. One kid here. Cortland is 360. How fat is Courtney? 320.
Good talk.
680 pounds.
Let's go to break. Stick with us right here on Fan Run Radio.
Start your morning off with your daily dose of Talk Sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans, Fan Run Radio.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends, everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Tired of spending your weekends working in the yard? Let ECR Total Landscapes handle it for you. We'll take care of de-weeding your flower beds, leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more. Let us do the heavy lifting so your landscape looks great. Right now, get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you mention promo code FANRUN. Reliable service, great results, and more free time for you. Call us today at 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together. Sam, you got some bad news?
I got a text in the break from a couple of my roommates back in college, and one of them has contracted the explosive diarrhea.
Oh, no. He's got the virus?
He's so mad right now. We're all just giving him a hard time.
Did he get it from Taco Bell?
Jersey Mike's.
Oh, no. Oh, no. The number one fast food chain in the country?
Should I give him the numbers? Do the people want to know his numbers?
Do you know
let him steer clear?
Do you know what he ordered? I assume, is it just from the lettuce? Did he get lettuce on a sandwich?
He got lettuce.
I feel like if you get lettuce right now at a place like that, you're gambling. You're asking
said
for
possibly
trouble.
tomato.
Okay. Meat only.
Yeah, that's
meat only. How long has he had the virus? Do you have that information?
Basically just said he's dropped his kids off at the pool 20 times in the last 2 days. 5 times before he went to work this morning.
What does he do for work without doxing him? Like, what does he do?
Some supply chain stuff. Luckily, he's working from home right now.
Okay, I was going to ask, is it impossible to just like stay home and do that from home?
He is at home right now.
If I was having that much trouble with my stomach, I don't think I would risk getting in a car right now. At least that's how I feel. All right, let's talk some British Open. the Open Championship, teeing off in the middle of the night tonight. This golf coverage brought to you by our friends at Inward Half. It's been a while since I've broken out an Inward Half polo.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've broken one out. I got one out of the closet today. If you think this looks good on YouTube, go to inwardhalf.com and get you one. If you don't think it looks good, keep it to your damn self.
They also got belts and other.
They got accessories for the whole family, Bubba. You're right.
Their quarter belts are pretty top tier.
If you don't like this shirt, go online, see if you can find a shirt that you like better. They got a wide selection. Inwardhalf.com. Enjoy the walk-in. All right, Sam. The last major championship of the golf season. The floor is yours.
One of the best of the year. If you are, willing to stay up at odd hours, maybe wake up early.
Yeah.
Highly recommend. I think the Open is like the best true test of golf in the major championship season. You get it obviously at like historic courses. The weather this week is making this one really, really interesting. It's been very, very warm over there recently.
I was gonna say the weather's supposed to be like okay, like they're kind of bracing for just a normal kind of setup, right? A normal type of weather. They're not really worried about the wind or the rain or anything, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of it now in play is just like it's been so hot, and I guess it hasn't like rained a whole lot either, and so it's just course is super baked out. It's just very, very firm and fast. I've seen like press conferences of guys saying they're hitting 5 irons like 300 yards. Everything's rolling out like 100 yards off the tee basically. So, this is just get the ball in play and be able to kind of control where you're going, trajectory, all that stuff. Make sure you're not getting caught up in the wind and, kind of ruining your round off the tee and getting into the fescue and everything. So this is just some of the best golf of the year. I love it.
It's the 16th consecutive major that Scottie Scheffler will be the favorite or co-favorite at. He's still leading the charge there. Although the number's not quite as low as it typically is. Typically when he's a favorite, it's like plus 500 or so. That's been a little bit higher heading into this week where it's all the way up at plus 750. Still not great value, obviously, but plus 750. He's still the favorite, a couple spots ahead of Rory McIlroy. And then you get to Englishmen right after that with Tommy Fleetwood and Matt Fitzpatrick. This is Fleetwood's home, right? This is like his home course?
Yeah.
Which has given people reason to think that he might be able to go out and end the Englishman drought when it comes to winning the Open.
That'd be awesome. I love Tommy, and obviously just like one of those golfers that's out there that's, clearly one of the best in the world already, but one of those guys that still is searching for that elusive major.
Yeah, because he won what, the playoff? Is that what he won? Or
he won like the tour championship.
Yeah. Which is kind of a major. It was a huge payday, but it's not really a major. So he still doesn't get listed as a major champion. And correct me if I'm wrong, but that's still the only tournament he's ever won. Because wasn't he on a long drought of never having won just a tournament?
Yeah. I know that was his first win. I want to say he maybe has one other, but yeah, that might be it.
Okay, maybe he won 2 in a row or won something. Maybe he won one, then won the player. I thought he had choked that one really bad and blew it, and that was still his only actual win. But maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, just still only one win actually, but made $49 million in the process.
No, he's a great golfer, and people like him, and he's always hovering around the top. But it's hard for me to think about him getting it done, just because that one win doesn't outweigh all the other times where he just kind of chokes it away or just can't quite grab it when it's there.
Ultimate model of consistency, but never able to go get it done, on the big stage.
We haven't had an Englishman win the Open Championship since 1992 with Nick Faldo.
Wow.
That's the last time. We've had somebody win from Zimbabwe since we've had an Englishman win the Open. Had an Irishman. Padraig Harrington went back-to-back. A Northern Irishman and Rory McIlroy winning one. An Italian, another Irishman, an Australian, but no Englishman. So, like, the pressure's there. You talked about the weather being an interesting wrinkle. I think the potential that England is playing a World Cup final is also interesting. I've seen that on Sunday they are bracing for having to move the tournament time because they don't want, like, basically the entire crowd to leave with a couple hours still left as they go get ready to go to the pub to watch England try to win and bring the cup home, 60 years later? So, yeah, they're bracing on, like, moving it up for that reason, which I think is interesting.
I hope that happens, honestly.
Scottie Scheffler won the Open last year. The last time it was at this venue, Jordan Spieth won. I don't think Jordan Spieth will be winning this go around. Any golfers you got your eyes on, Sam?
I mean, it's pretty much just guys that you feel like I would go into, like, my overall just kind of creativity bag, your best shot shapers, your best guys around the greens, guys that can hit it low, hit it high, kind of just this is like the ultimate test, obviously. If you never know wind direction, where that's coming from and everything like that. So I just think your most well-rounded guys. So to me, I don't get too fancy in like my open picks normally. I'm going to be going with my normal guys of, like, I like Goddard up in this kind of weather. I like Matt Fitzpatrick. I like Tommy Fleetwood. I'd probably be going for probably Rahm as well a little bit.
7 of the last 10 winners were ranked in the top 15 with a median ranking of 6. So, like you said, it's not really anybody. It's not too often people from the absolute outside, although they have had some long odds win that kind of skewed them in terms of this being open. You've had some really long shots cash in, but typically that's not the case. Typically, they'll still be a top 15 player, but like your Brian Harmons went off at a huge number.
8 of the last 9 winners have won in the same season before, too, as well. So guys that have just been in good form throughout the season have gone on and won a lot of the previous Opens here in the last, 10 years, basically.
Yeah, so, I mean, like Fitzpatrick, Goddard, you mentioned them. Goddard, I mean, he should just be bombing off the tee. I mean, with the way this rolls out, he's one of the longest drivers at the top of the – same as Rory, obviously. Both those guys can bomb. Fitzpatrick's won a bunch this year. Morikawa. This course does feel like it sets up for Morikawa. Like, Morikawa comes in ranked in the top 25 in more statistical categories than anyone else on the tour besides Scottie Scheffler. So, like, you got Scottie as your favorite, but then after that, like, Morikawa's been in the top 10 and pretty much all the other stuff. Top 10 in, shots gained on approach. Top 10 in driving accuracy. Top 10 in striking on short. Those are all important things in this tournament. When you look at guys that are above average in driving accuracy, approach, short, around the green, and weighted putting, some names that I've looked at, of course, your Schefflers, your Rahms, but Morikawa. I am buying low. Some of the guys I'm taking flyers on this week, Patrick Reed, Siwoo Kim, and Joaquin Niemann. I think all those guys are, outside of the 50-1 range that I like them to at least be top 20 and maybe make a run here, which means that probably like Rory's going to win. Probably.
Did you see the Brandel Chambly dude on Golf Channel just eviscerating Bryson?
No, I didn't. I saw a quote where somebody said something. Maybe this is the same one. Tell me what he said.
Well, he did say something about how Bryson just has like zero strategy whenever he comes out here. And just that he said, I'd say it to his face, he has no clue on strategy. Or that was Nick Faldo, sorry. But then Chambly was on Golf Channel and said, it's almost like he went from chasing Scotty and Rory to chasing Grant Horvat.
Yeah, no, I saw that quote that was like, when did he quit chasing the best golfers in the world and started chasing YouTubers?
Yeah, he said he wants to outdo every YouTuber.
My parlay I'm putting in, I got a five-player top 20 parlay that pays out It comes out at plus 12,287. 5 players though. Here's your lottery ticket, Bubba. Throw a couple shekels on this.
Shekels.
Chris Goddard, top 20. Colin Morikawa, top 20. Siwoo Kim, top 20. Russell Henley, top 20. And Joaquin Niemann, top 20. Those 5. $100 could win you 12,287. $10 could win you 1,287.
What could $1 win me?
Keep doing the math. Keep doing the math.
All right.
I think it'd be 1,000. I think it'd be 1,027, right? Or maybe 1,200 is what it would come out to. 1,200. There you go. $1 would win you. No, $121. I did that math all wrong. That's a bad place to end hour 2, but we'll do it there. We'll get you some more news. We'll get you set for the last semifinal World Cup game. Bubba's got some overrated, underrated. Stick with us right here on Fan Run Radio.
Check out our new and improved website at fanrunradio.com.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Citizens National Bank.
Experience the thrill of traveling with C&B's exclusive travel program. Customers age 50 and above with a Plus Perks checking account can participate, ensuring a safe and delightful travel adventure. Take a day trip or an overnight trip. Travel domestic or international. C&B is always on the go.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Malone at Knoxville Smiles. Has it been a while since your last dental visit? If so, I'd like to invite you to come see us. At Knoxville Smiles, it's our vision to provide the best dental care in town in a relaxed, friendly environment. So if it's been a while and you've been putting it off, don't wait any longer. Come see us at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule an appointment online at knoxvillesmiles.com or by phone at 865-539-1776.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Talk Sports. Talk Sports. Talk Sports.
Talk Sports. Talk Sports from 7 to 10. Ay. Overrated, underrated, a Wednesday. Fan Run Radio, Talk Sports said, not in my house, I ain't talking to Kim, babe. John and Cody out here asking where the ops at. Tennessee Volunteers here for combat. It's the Cherokee Ghost, John Reed and Cody doing everything we can to bring Rocky Top back. Talk Sports from 7 to 10. Never leave a witness, never leave loose ends. Nico ain't nothing but a nuisance. 2026, we making new friends.
Talk Sports.
Hour number 3 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Hour 3 headlines coming at you right now. We started off with a little bit of breaking news coming from the Sports Business Journal. I don't know if either one of you care about this story, but multiple sources have told the Sports Business Journal that Adam Silver, he's the one to blame. He's the one who implored WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert to reverse course and suspend Alyssa Thomas following the dust-up with Caitlin Clark, where it ended up, where the still shot shows her kind of punching her in the throat. Adam Silver is the one that basically told Kathy she had to suspend Alyssa Thomas for a game.
So this woman skips out on Dan Patrick to do bunker practice, and then she's not even the commissioner of her own league. It's just Adam Silver waving the wand for her.
Well, I do think that might be part of the reason she skipped the interview, is because,
hey, I'm not doing my job. I might as well double down on not doing my job.
Well, it's maybe it's also she didn't want to announce it it's not her job anyways. Which is true. When you think about Roger Goodell is 100% the boss of the NFL. Now he has to answer to the owners, and they can, get him out of there, but he is the decision maker. Bud Selig, RIP. Rob Manfred, same way with baseball, right? He gets to call the shots. Engelbert, again, I don't like her, but I do kind of feel for her in a sense of I just feel for her in a sense, Bubba, that she doesn't get to call the shots. It is the NBA's league. The NBA subsidizes it. They pay for it. They are still the actual bosses of the WNBA.
They don't respect women in power.
I don't know if that's the case, or they just don't respect this woman in power, but it is funny that Adam Silver is basically hey, this has gotten so bad, you've got to suspend her. You got to put something here. But now it's funny that it's coming out and it's making Engelbert look even worse. That, like Sam said, she's not even calling any shots at all. All right, Bubba, give me the news. What you got?
I think I saw one of the worst videos I've ever seen. Monet Davis teaches Betsy Ross how to do scuba on the MLB All-Star Red
Betsy
Carpet.
Ross? The woman who did the flag?
Yeah, this woman dressed up as her. And Monet Davis out there teaching her how to.
Monet Davis?
Yeah, she was the Little League World Series female pitcher and now plays in the Women's Professional Baseball League.
She plays in the Women's Professional Baseball League?
That they're starting.
She's old enough to be doing that? Because I remember that name. But I guess that was probably, 10 years ago?
Yeah.
7 years ago? 8 years ago?
She's probably 23 right now.
Are you going to watch any of the Women's Professional Baseball?
Might watch a game. That way I can be like, wow, this is stupid. And then go back to watching regular baseball. Trying to set the game back.
I did love the movie A League of Their Own. Now you want to talk about a baseball movie. There's a baseball movie.
Why'd you like that movie?
Well, I thought it was great.
Did you?
You didn't? Have you ever seen it? You've never seen it.
Not really.
Sam, you ever seen
I
it?
know it's got Tom Hanks. It's got that
great.
one woman from the Capital One commercials.
Huh?
There's no crying in baseball. Whoever that woman is.
Okay. Jennifer Garner, but she's not in the movie.
Oh, she's not?
She's just a Capital One spokesperson.
Oh.
She's recreating the scene.
Well, not as much of the movie as I know.
You don't really respect women at all, huh?
It depends who they are.
Sam, would you say it's a good movie?
Yeah, I would say it's a good movie.
Yeah, it's a good baseball movie. Way better than The Sandlot, I'll tell you that much. The family dynamics in it, Bubba, alone are
I don't want to see
watching.
families fighting. That's too,
Well, it's not even really families fighting. It's just two sisters, right? And you got one superstar sister, and you got one sister that's just kind of the scrappy underdog. And the scrappy underdog sister only gets to come play in the league because the superstar sister comes. But then she gets tired of being in her shadow. It's actually really great. It's a really great family movie. That was one of the only movies my grandma had on VHS. So I watched that movie probably 50 times at her house growing up. So I got a real soft spot for it, but I love it. Tom Hanks is in it. She's great in it. Gina Davis is great in it. Madonna, Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, that two terrible names.
No, Madonna and Rosie O'Donnell are both good in their parts.
Rosie O'Donnell, thumbs down.
Rosie O'Donnell's great in that movie.
Tom Hanks never struck me as a baseball guy. Like he just looks weird in the uniform to me.
Is he on the Epstein files?
Probably.
You've been to the island, so
Just Google it. You'll be able to find it. Redacted. Tom Hanks, not a baseball guy. See, I think if you put him in like a modern baseball jersey, I would agree. But like, I did think he kind of fit the weird looking, like old school jerseys that they made him wear in that movie.
I just looked it up because I was going to say, I just think of Forrest Gump, like him just running around on a football field.
Mm-hmm.
But then I looked it up and Forrest Gump came out 2 years after this movie, actually.
Interesting.
So I can't necessarily say that I view him as a football player more than a baseball player because
You probably
he was a baseball player more than a football player.
Yeah, but you probably watched Forrest Gump first.
I did, yeah.
Which, I mean, I probably did too, but I just love it when the little son in the movie, you're gonna lose. And he's like, no. They like knock the kid off. They throw a bat at him. He's like, we're gonna win. We're gonna win. Great movie, Bubba. You should watch it.
Yeah. Speaking
It's
of
in my top 5 sports movies.
Speaking of respecting
Is
women,
that right? Is it still in my top 5? It used to be.
Yesterday,
Warrior.
You brought up the story
What's
of
your top 5 sports movies, Bubba?
There's too many to pick from right now.
What are your top 5?
I can't give you top 5 right now.
Well, think about it during the commercial break.
I won't.
Why are you so feisty today? Sam, what are your top 5 sports movies?
I don't. I'd have to. Like.
You guys don't have your top 5 just ready to go?
No, I don't. I'm not good at stuff like that.
Warrior's in my top 5. White Man Can't Jump's in my top 5. Creed is probably in my top 5 instead of Rocky. I love Creed. Boxing movies.
I'll throw Never Back Down in there.
You know, I did love Never Back Down, but it kind of threw me for a loop that it has such bad reviews, Bubba. Have you ever seen like the reviews?
I don't want to.
Yeah, like because it used to come on Stars all the time. And I used to love it. And then I checked the reviews and it was like 20-something%. I was like, am I just that bad at watching movies? What the hell's happened here? Rounders. I love Rounders. Do you consider a poker movie to be a sports movie?
Never seen it, but sure.
Rounders is great. Matt Damon, Edward Norton,
I was
John
always
Malkovich.
a huge Mighty Ducks guy growing up.
1 or 2?
2.
Yeah, 2 is definitely better than 1. What about 3?
I think I still just really like 2.
I'm putting Remember the Titans up there.
You would.
Yeah, I would.
You would.
Yeah.
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 That's pitiful.
I'm putting The Longest Yard in there, Adam Sandler's version.
Yeah, you would. You know what? I take back. I don't even want to hear your top 5. It's already off to
crazy.
such a bad start.
Ew.
Yeah. What other headlines you got?
Well, I was going to try to segue from respecting women to how you brought up, the story of the man who got fired from his job at Hilton, reportedly, for the very non-cool DMs to Chelsea Gray. Caused Paige Beckers to be mailing the WNBA for their lack of diversity in head coaches.
Well, it is, I think this is why you see that. I think this is why you see that Paige Beckers doesn't get the hell beat out of her like they do Caitlin Clark.
Well, she was also raised in a different family and household.
Well, I think that's part of the reason you see Paige Beckers come out and speak out and try to like champion the cause for black women. Whereas
Caitlin, like too, man.
Caitlin Clark doesn't really do that.
I'm Paige Beckers. She's got that Connor Wagman approach to her. And that's a thumbs down. I'll give her back my shoe, man. That's my shoe, man.
She doesn't sound like that. But she definitely says bruh. You can definitely tell she says bruh.
I mean, she's wearing the pants in her relationship with
the whatever video that came out of like that whoever was defending Paige Beckers like blew a fake kiss to her or something like that, and then the cameras caught it where Ozzie Fudd like looked around she snapped her head around when someone else fake kissed Paige Beckers. She was like, "That's my woman."
No, they broke up.
They did?
Yeah, they broke up. There's been a whole
Paige
drama.
is cheating with her.
There's been a whole drama surrounding it.
When?
Like a month or 2 ago.
Like she went overseas or whatever and took a picture with somebody.
GM feel?
Well, that's what people are talking about. Like
all they did was draft that girl just so that the relationship could keep going.
They chose Love and Basketball over like Olivia Miles, who is an absolute monster.
Well, speaking of loving basketball, Donovan Dent. He announced his retirement from basketball back in May, and he says, actually, not so fast. The former New Mexico and UCLA point guard is seeking a 5th year of eligibility. This also comes with it's not the same, but there's also a lawsuit with 11 people trying to go back and get that extra 50-year. K. Tyson being one of those people as well.
Okay. K. Tyson, give it up, brother.
Some people just want to. And it's also interesting to see all the people that were playing in the summer league that will be playing in college basketball this upcoming season. So that will be fun to monitor. And you're like, wow, he played against an NBA player. James Franco going off the rails, talking about aliens. He looks AI.
Did you watch this video?
I saw it and I was like, I don't want to watch this anymore.
I watched it. I appreciate the people in the comments like either this is real or James Franco just has the ultimate poker face. I'm like, he's an actor. What do you mean the ultimate poker face? His whole career before getting canceled was acting. It's so, I mean, like, I assume he's doing a bit. Like, I mean, I assume there's some type of punchline coming to this because he says there's more videos coming. But I guess this is his reintroduction to, like, pop culture since he's been canceled for so long. Sammy, he gets out his laptop and he's like, this happened, blah, blah, blah. I've tried to show you guys. They keep banning my account, so I can't post a video. I'm just going to have to show you the video here. Zoom in on this. And it's like supposed to be like his Ring camera footage. And it's an alien, like, peeking his head around a tree, like opening his door, coming out of it, like looking into the window. And it's just very clearly a woman like in an alien costume, just like with the stereotypical head and spacesuit. But he's just like, I had to get this out. If something happens to me, now you know, blah, blah, blah.
That's what they want you to think.
Reminds me of the video I saw of Shia LaBeouf getting harassed. I wasn't okay with that.
What happened to Shia LaBeouf?
This woman was harassing him.
Oh, that thought they were married, that like in her mind is married to Shia LaBeouf. I feel like he handled it pretty well. Bubba, did you see any videos of Shia LaBeouf in Knoxville this weekend?
No, I keep looking for
Yeah, did he go out at all? I didn't see anybody talking about him in the old city at all.
I haven't heard anything. Kind of sad. I would have loved to have bought that man an espresso martini. Although he could be sober, so.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe he's going through a phase where he doesn't
whole
want
New Orleans debacle.
Want to go out and do anything.
So quick note here, even though it's already old news at this point, but the Fowler and Balogun situation was handled by one FIFA executive instead of like talking about it with the other people. So that's kind of there. And then also, speaking of Olympians, Suni Lee trying to return to her third Olympics. She's not pregnant, is she? She's not the Olympian. Not the Olympic gymnast. That's Simone Biles, isn't it? Also, Simone Biles isn't pregnant, is she? No. Is she?
Simone Biles?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. She's got a man.
Oh well.
I don't keep up with what's going on in her bedroom or whatever, but it's very possible. I mean, she's married. All right. We'll get Bubba's top 5 sports movies coming up next.
Nope, we won't. Also, Lady Vol is going to Belmont.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that happens sometimes in the women's game. They'll go actually play at the small schools.
And then we have the Vols announced for the media days. My guy, big, bad, Sean Bishop.
About as good of a guy as you could have go and represent the university, I feel like.
Absolutely, after his world-class interview with the Patafax.
Yeah.
On football and family and faith.
Mm-hmm.
We have Arion Carter going.
Okay.
And Mr. Jeremiah Thielander.
Thielander took me by surprise a little bit.
They got diversity, John.
You're just saying we needed a white guy?
Yeah.
Sam Pendleton was busy?
We'd rather have Jeremiah Thielander.
Okay.
I saw Sam Pendleton walking his dog the other day after the Smokies game.
Maybe he is busy then.
He's got a
big guy?
Is he big?
Yeah.
I wasn't walking directly past him. I was kind of driving past. He looked like a big guy.
I mean, he's a starting center in the SEC. I imagine he's pretty damn big.
He's got a nice bulldog.
Bulldog?
Mm-hmm.
Like English bulldog?
Yeah.
R.I.P. Max. I used to have a bulldog named Max.
R.I.P. Max.
I assume he's dead by now. I mean, that was a long time ago. They don't live very long, so he didn't.
I think I like my center having a bulldog.
We had to give him away before he actually died. He was too much of a hassle. It broke my mom's heart, but he just needed more place to run around. we had to move to the city.
I think I like looking at bulldogs, but I don't think I'd want a bulldog.
Me and
And
Max
not being able to breathe.
Me and Max had a real complicated relationship. I mean, they do breathe like that. I'm very passionate anti-bulldog, and partly it's because of the bad times I had with Max. I got a hole in my hand still. I got a scar in between my fingers where he bit in between the web of my fingers.
That's something.
Yeah, he attacked me. Now, to be fair to him, he was probably not in the wrong here. It was the first day of summer after 5th grade, and I was coming home. I was ready to just grind all summer at my baseball game. I was going to, I had multiple seasons I had to play. I was going to play every game. So I'm locked in. First damn day, he's sitting on the couch, chewing his bone, and I hated hearing him chew on that bone. So I went to grab it and throw it off the couch. And when I grabbed it, he bit a hole in my hand as if I was not supposed to grab his bone. So then I'm like, ah! So then I started screaming. Then he starts chasing me, thinking like that I'm. He got really aggressive, and I don't know if he thought we were playing or whatever.
Bone, brother.
Yeah, but he's like chasing me. So I'm running around with a hole in my hand, and like the only way I could get him to stop ever was I had to run to the bathroom and basically get him to jump at me, and then I would storm out of the bathroom and slam the door. And I couldn't get the door shut, and he just kept chasing me for a long time, and eventually I got him stopped. That damn dog. Ever tell you about the time he almost drowned himself? These damn bulldogs, they can't swim, right? They're solid muscle. They got no neck. They're solid muscle. They float to the bottom of the water immediately. They sink like a damn rock. We went camping up at like Indian Boundary, up in like Tellico somewhere. We used to go there a lot. And my mom brought her damn dog. She had to have this damn dog with her. She's like, take him for a walk, but don't let him get in the water. I was like, yeah, obviously, Mom, I'm not letting him go swimming. We go to the boat dock. We go to the boat ramp. We're just sitting there kind of looking around, just walking. And he starts getting all riled up and feisty, trying to get there. And I'm like, no, come on. And then I go to pull him, and he like does that stop and like jerk his head move and like goes out of the leash. And this fat.
Say it.
No. I was going to ask, but I was like, I can't ask. This fat, you know what, tries to jump off the dock into the water.
Woman?
And I grab him by his back legs, and like I'm holding him up by his back legs. I'm in 5th grade. This dog's like 80 pounds of muscle. I'm trying to wrestle him. He's trying to bite me. He's out of his leash. We're just like rolling around on the ground wrestling. There's like an 8-year-old kid and her mom, and I'm trying to keep her from like, coming over and him getting hurt too. So we're just like, I'm covered in blood. My knees and elbows are just absolutely scraped. I'm bleeding. And I have to yell at the girl. I'm like, will you please bring me his leash? Just throw it over here. So then I put his leash on, and I just put his collar and just tighten it as tight as it goes. And I remember dragging him all the way back to the campsite, just covered in blood. My mom's like, what the heck happened to you? And I'm like, I don't ever want anything to do with this dog ever again. And I really didn't have much to do with him after that. I was kind of done with Max after that point. He was going to commit suicide. He was going to jump off the boat. It was hot. He wanted some water. He was going to jump into the water. I wouldn't have been able to jump in there and get him out.
Mm-mm.
Do you know how sad that would have been, watching that dog die? Me having to tell my mom about him sinking to the bottom. Oh, God, my life flashed before my eyes, too. But that's what I think of when I think of bulldogs. So shout out to Sam Pimbledon. We'll get Bubba's top 5 sports movies coming up next. Stick with us.
We won't.
For the fans, by the fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Your tax refund belongs to you, not an identity thief. Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft last year. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. They monitor and alert you to identity threats you'd miss on your own, even if you're careful with your personal information. And if you do become a victim of tax-related identity fraud, LifeLock has U.S.-based restoration specialists ready to help solve your identity theft issue. Plus, all LifeLock plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, meaning LifeLock will reimburse you up to the limits of your plan if you lose money due to identity theft. Let LifeLock help protect your financial info, so all you have to worry about is what you do with your tax refund. Go to LifeLock.com, save up to 25% off your first year. The promo code is HERD, promo code HERD, to save up to 25% off your first year. LifeLock.com. Identity theft protection starts here.
All right, we got Bubba's top 5 sports movies. What you got, Bubba?
We don't have it. I can give you a list of movies that I like that are sports, but there's too many sports movies for me to pick from to make my favorite.
You can't make up your damn mind?
No, I can't.
I went back and found my tweet from March 21st, 2018 of my favorite sports movies. And I got to say, I kind of think my top 5 would still be my top 5. Have there been any great sports movies released in the last, 8 years at this point?
Doesn't feel like it.
Because my top 5 I have on here, number 5, A League of Their Own. Still love it. Number 4, Creed. Still love it. Maybe I would switch it out with Creed 2 or Creed 3. I don't know, but the first one's pretty good. Rounders at number 3. I love Rounders. Number 2, White Men Can't Jump. Number 1, Major League. I'd probably knock off A League of Their Own and put Warrior on there. I love Warrior, the UFC movie. That's a lot of fighting on the list. You know what I mean? That's white. That's I guess it's just Creed and Warrior. That's okay.
Coming up with the number 5 is really, really hard. I feel good about 4, locking in 4 of them, but I can't pick the 5th.
So you got more of a Mount Rushmore.
Sure.
Because you got 4, you see.
I mean, I just have a bunch of different options at 5 that I can't pick from. So maybe that's how they did Mount Rushmore, and they're just we're just going to keep it at 4.
I need to check out The Way Back. I've been meaning to check that one back out. It's a basketball movie with Ben Affleck as a coach. You ever seen it?
Mm-mm.
I want to see that one. I haven't watched it. I'm trying to look. I'm looking at the top 10 sports movies of the 2020s. Not really seeing it. The Kurt Warner movies, number 7. I thought that was a joke. King Richard, Hustle with Adam Sandler. Did you watch that one? The basketball one where he's a scout?
That one was solid.
It was solid. I don't think I have it in my top contenders.
Oh, yeah, I don't think it would be in like my top 10.
Number 2 is Creed 3. I thought it was pretty good. Number 1, The Saint of Second Chances. That's a documentary. That doesn't really count. So, yeah, I'd maybe swap out Warrior for A League of Their Own, possibly. But otherwise, I still feel good about my top 5. By the way, Sam, I don't know if you're interested in going to Tennessee versus Georgia Tech, but tickets on Georgia Tech's website now on sale. And there's a lot of available tickets. How much do you think that game's worth? Knowing that like it's pretty much all lower level, all the seats are going to be pretty good.
$220.
$220? Okay. Sam?
For lower bowl?
Yeah, lower bowl.
$175.
Bubba, you win this round. I think mostly like $220 for some good seats. Like I was just putting them in the cart just to check out.
I'm not happy about the price nowadays because for that price, I was, 7 rows up in Ohio State for a playoff game.
Yeah, I mean, this comes out to I just put 4 tickets into the cart just to see what it'd be like. I was trying to debate whether or not there'd be any resale value. I don't think there really would be. But $1,012 for 4 tickets, so basically $250 a piece after taxes. It was also like on the 35-yard line.
What's just like a get-in ticket?
Their website's kind of hard to navigate. But again, like there's not really any bad seats. But I guess up at the top level, there is one up part. There is an upper deck. I guess they $130 pre-taxes and stuff. All right, let's play some overrated, underrated. Since Bubba doesn't want to give us his top 5,
I can just give you a list of movies.
I can give myself a list of movies.
All right, then.
If you're not going to give us your damn favorites. If you're not going to rank them.
Very overrated. It's overrated. Overrated, my friend. Overrated. I want to tell you why.
I think that's a solid rated right there. It's perfect rated.
He underrated, man. He got some swag. He has some real swag. Lobsters are underrated. They don't die.
It's overrated, underrated.
Do you think Michael Buffer has passed Bruce Buffer? I was thinking about that during the Conor McGregor fight.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Because I gotta be honest, I kind of think the "it's time" is better than "let's get ready to rumble." Maybe it's because he hasn't been around for so long, Michael Buffer, with the "let's get ready to rumble."
It is weird because it's like they had him the other night for the home run derby.
They had Michael Buffer?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Did he say, "let's get ready to hit home runs"? What did he say?
Let's get ready to rumble.
Oh, he said that again?
Yeah.
Oh. I haven't seen him pop up in a while, but I guess boxing just hasn't really been a thing.
Not since the Paul brothers ruined it. Anyways.
It's crazy to me that they are brothers, but they didn't know each other the whole life. And they both end up being announcers.
Oh,
I don't know if I believe that story because it's just so there's just no chance that you can be unknown brothers and also just do maybe the most niche job in sports.
It is weird, right? But they both have great voices. I mean, I don't know what their daddy. They share the same father but have different mothers. I don't know what kind of voice their daddy had, but it's time. That gets me kind of fired up before the main events in UFC.
He's kind of lost his fastball a little bit, though.
Yeah. Has he? Okay.
But also,
I mean, he's getting old.
What's that? Yeah. I'd expect it to happen. Some of these guys don't deserve it. One thing that's very confusing to me, but also not really. Roundabouts. Gentlemen.
Underrated. Very underrated. Roundabouts.
No time at all.
I love the idea of just not stopping. Just enter the roundabout.
You have to yield.
Well, yeah, but you don't have to come to a stop. You don't have to stop. I mean, if there's a car coming, yeah, but you slow down, of course, but you don't have to come to a stop to get inside of the roundabout, Bubba.
But you can't keep driving in the roundabout forever, though.
Well, I mean, eventually you'd run out of gas, I guess, but you could keep driving around the roundabout for as long as you wanted. There's no rule.
They'd pull you over.
Who would?
Police.
The police?
Yeah.
Sir, I can't decide between the second and third exit. I'm sorry.
Do you think they would pull you over? Like, is there like a rule of the road that you only get like 3 go-arounds before it becomes illegal? Because I don't think they would. I'm going to go try it, Bubba. I'm going to ride around a roundabout like 10 times and see if anybody says anything to me. I love roundabouts. Now, if I'm using GPS and I don't know where I'm going, I do get a little unsure whenever I'm entering it because like take second exit or like you're trying to see like where it's pointing. That gets a little confusing. But if you know where you're going, roundabouts are pretty fun.
Well, and there's just kind of no risk to it at the same time. Like to our point about you just keep circling it, you could just, you're unsure. You could just circle it for a second time, and then once you figure it out, all right, it's the first exit, you then go to that one.
There's a little risk of like not timing it up right and actually somebody hitting you or something, though. There is a little bit of risk of that. A little bit.
I'd like to go into the brain of the first guy to think of the roundabout.
What are you thinking, idiot?
These straight roads aren't good enough for me.
I hate stop signs.
Let's merge 4 of them into one, put a circle around it.
What else you got, Bubba?
Well, Sam never said it was overrated.
I'd say they're pretty underrated too. They're fun. I feel like I'm on a little ride whenever I go in.
Yeah, it's a nice little treat. Whee!
All right. Up next, we have these Turkish hair transplants.
What the hell are you laughing at, Sam?
Just how he decided on this topic.
You're just looking at me?
No.
Just looking at me over here and thinking, hair transplant. How do you feel about the idea of the hair transplant, Bubba? Because there's a part of me that wants to get it, but it would really just be as a joke. I kind of like being bald.
There's a guy that I watched a video on last night, and he kept trying every method to keep his hair because he was going bald.
Yeah.
And then he ended up getting a hair transplant, and then he still went bald.
Really?
Yeah. So
I see a lot of people that have like the bald spot in the back of their head, the real big bald spot. And like actually, when I see that, it's no flame to them, but I'm just glad that like I went ahead and just gave up. That I went ahead and just pulled the plug and didn't have to worry about that, because I feel like the psyche of waking up every day with less hair would be harder on you than just going bald like I did. When I say go bald, like it was a choice to an extent. Like I could have had hair and just had it like really thin out and like eventually just be, George Costanza or I don't know how it would have, progressed. I don't know what I would look like. But I just said, you know what? I'm not going that route. I don't want to wake up every day stressed about it. My hair started thinning and I was like, you know what? I'm just shaving it and I'm going to buzz it and I'm just going to keep it short.
Were you a George Costanza guy?
What do you mean? Do I like George Costanza or do I think he's handsome or
just any of the above?
I mean, yeah, I like the character.
Side with him a lot.
I don't necessarily find him to be handsome. He's kind of stocky and barrel chested like me, but
he made fun of that girl with the big nose, and then look at what happened.
Yeah, I mean, he was kind of a jerk.
Just feel the bald head feels like a status symbol in today's day and age. Like there's just a lot of powerful looking bald people.
See, I would argue that it's almost become a status symbol the other way of like, if you are bald now, it almost means you can't afford to go get the turkey hair transplant. But like you're saying, like Jeff Bezos, I mean, like he makes the bald look powerful.
Yeah, I just think there's some people that are like,
White.
they're like, I'm good enough with where I'm at. I don't need to go take the flight to Turkey.
But if I had thinning hair, had I kept that hair, I probably would be more willing to go to Turkey and do it. Like instead of like just thinning out, like I talked about, if I hadn't already embraced the bald, but like you guys already know that I'm bald. Like it'd look weird if all of a sudden I showed back up and had a whole bunch of hair. But there's a part of me that still wants to, because I used to love running my fingers through my hair.
I think it'd have to be a little bit underrated for maybe the camaraderie of the airport, the airport over there. What am I looking for? The plane ride over there.
Didn't somebody die
on the plane?
Like during surgery, didn't somebody die like a year or two ago?
No idea.
I don't know if it was in Turkey or whatever, but I feel like a hair transplant went wrong and like the person died, and that kind of ended the interest of me getting it.
I just feel like that's a really, solid way to make like at least 10 new really good friends. You know that most of the men on that flight to Turkey are probably going to be going to do that, especially if they are, receding hairline, thinning a little bit. You get a couple new friends on the way. You get a new head of hair. You go see it in, a cool country.
British man dies after falling ill at hair transplant clinic. That happened in August of 2025. But actually 6 days ago, a BBC article came out and had an update to it saying the anesthetic is what basically killed him. Father of two died hours after starting to undergo a hair transplant, suffered a rare complication as a result of being given a local anesthetic. So not really their fault. Went into a cardiac arrest. Now, see, wouldn't you feel? See, that's part of the reason I couldn't go do it, because I just feel really dumb. Imagine that's how you die, because you're so vain that you want your hair back. You're that worried about your appearance that you die. That's sad. That's what happened to Kanye West's mom. I mean, she died having lipo, some type of surgery. I don't know if it was liposuction or something similar to that. They put her under and she just died. Trying to get some type of plastic surgery. And that just feels really tragic.
He chose women with plastic surgery.
Yeah, it is kind of ironic, ain't it? It is kind of ironic.
So Turkish hair transplant or BBLs?
Well, yeah, imagine BBLs are gross. Those are. I feel like we're way just past those two. Hair transplant, I kind of get, because hey, you are really self-conscious. You can't grow hair. That's your genetics. I mean, if you're really obsessed with just having a nice ass, just do some squats, sister. That's all you got to do. Just take some time, do some squats. You can develop a nice ass. Now, it might not be as big as you want, but I don't think those look good.
Mm-mm.
Very rarely have I ever seen one you know what, that looks good. Usually it looks cartoonishly bad. But I feel that way about most things. I don't like the lips. I don't like the lip injections either. I think those look gross.
You don't like toes?
People are doing fake toes?
No.
But I would like the option of having hair. So ultimately I'll probably go overrated on hair transplants, underrated on turkey hair transplants, just because they are at least cheap. And like Sam said, you get the camaraderie. But John Cena doing his in America, come on, bro.
Yeah.
But also he's a movie star. He has to have hair.
It feels desperate if you do it in America, but it's like a journey if you do it to Turkey.
Yeah, if you spend the extra $10,000 and stay abroad, bro, you're just a little too desperate. If you're going to Turkey, at least you're getting a vacation out of it, an experience. If I tell you that I went to Turkey and got a hair transplant, you'd be like, oh, tell me about that. Tell me about the whole experience. You mean they picked you up from the airport? They gave you champagne? They rolled the red carpet out?
I went down to the general hospital down the street.
Yeah. Oh, you just got a cosmetic surgery? Oh, insecure much, huh? I don't think I'd look good with hair anymore. I think that ship has sailed for me, Bubba.
Maybe we'll see it one day.
Yeah, possibly. I am getting married. If you guys want to chip in for a wedding gift, send John to Turkey Fund. Something to think about. Something to consider. I mean, we got the audience sending you medicine, offering to start a GoFundMe for Cody. If you guys want to, throw some coin my way to get me some hair, just keep it in mind. What else you got, Bubba?
Yacht rock.
I feel like yacht rock's pretty properly rated. Feel good music. What's the what are some of the prototypical yacht rock songs, Bubba?
I was gonna say groups would be Doobie Brothers, Steely Dan.
Okay. Yeah.
Hall & Oates.
I don't really know anything about Steely Dan, as we saw in trivia this week. I know some Doobie Brothers and I know some Hall & Oates.
No more.
I don't really know much about who you're talking
Hey, Tony
about.
Soprano was a
yacht
rock enthusiast.
Yeah. I'm a fool. They do dirty work, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't on the trivia question, right?
No.
Yeah, I know that song. Is that considered yacht rock though? That song? I'm a fool.
I can't remember where I had this. I swear I had the yacht rock conversation on a show on this station at some point in the last 2 years.
Yeah, I feel like we talked about with Bob.
Nailing down the genre of yacht rock feels hard, but I do feel like I like the music that is under that umbrella.
Well, I think the concept of yacht rock is just something you're supposed to enjoy, like while you're out on the water, right? Something that's kind of upbeat and uplifting, and you're having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who the hell's going to rail against music that's nice and fun, like safe pop music?
People that want to listen to Boogie with the Hoodie.
Not on the water.
And Kevin Gates.
I don't really want to on the water.
I'm on a new love.
I want to listen to like All Summer Long by Kid Rock when I'm on the water.
I would classify that as yacht rock still.
Okay.
Some Kid Rock.
Not all Kid Rock, but that song for sure. And maybe some of his older, like his newer stuff as he got older. Like No Shoes, No Shirt, No Problem. Is that considered yacht rock?
No
like
shoes.
Kenny Chesty? A little beach music? Like Jimmy Buffett, is he considered that? I don't know.
They seem like more saltwater guys.
Okay.
You know, I wouldn't listen to them as much on the freshwater.
You don't put yachts on saltwater? I picture saltwater being yachts.
No, it is, I guess. I just like I'm not a Jimmy Buffett at the lake guy, but I like listening to Jimmy Buffett at the beach.
I do agree with what you're saying. The yacht rock is more so like I am picturing a lake, but technically like yachts are probably on the ocean way more often than they are in lakes.
Like I almost feel like yacht rock is a genre, is kind of a name that's not really supposed to mean its name. Like I think yacht rock is supposed to be played like on a pontoon boat.
It's mostly like pontoon boat music. Yeah, it's good take there. Yeah, maybe it's supposed to be ironic. Like you're not on a yacht, but we're still gonna rock. Last call on the other side. Stick with us. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Planning for spring at Lowe's means big savings on outdoor power equipment, and Lowe's knows nothing feels better than free. Buy one select Ego string trimmer, leaf blower, or mower kit. Get one select 56-volt battery free. That's up to a $299 value. Power through spring with Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 4/3 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
Things here on the way out. We finally get our first teaser all these years later for the Batman Part 2, Bubba. Might be time to call up that old flame and say, baby, I don't know what you're doing on February 18th, 2028, but you, me, and a vibrating chair. Round 2. You in or you out?
I don't know if I have a way to contact this woman anymore.
She blocked you on everything?
Just that, and maybe she moved to New York.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice gal.
Hey, Siri, play What's She Doing Now by Garth Brooks. A little bit of Tennessee baseball breaking news over the last hour as the South Carolina transfer, left-handed pitcher Jake McCoy, reportedly saying he is going to play at Tennessee, at least according to this Rocky Top Now Twitter account that tweeted it out.
How would they tell this guy?
And said they told him, maybe DM'd him and asked. I don't know.
It's been reported by the big guns.
Okay, the big guns. I was going to ask.
Ben McKee, Mike Wilson are on it. So
were they on it afterwards?
Ben McKee put something out about 22 minutes ago.
Okay, so I guess this account did break the news, and then other people fell in line. There's some news. Sam, feels like a big deal for Jake McCoy to end up here at Tennessee.
Yeah, that's a huge deal. I mean, obviously, a guy that's coming off of some injury, but someone that clearly had MLB aspirations. The team already going after him as he is hurt. I think that's a guy that is gonna have a huge impact on this Tennessee team next year. And by all accounts, I mean, there's still a couple more dominoes to fall, but it seems like Elander and Austin Knight and everybody on this staff have done a really, really good job of getting some high school talent to come to campus and spurn the draft, and also a couple of your top transfer guys choosing to come to campus as well. So Elander will definitely have a real talented roster again next year with a little bit more experience of those guys that are coming back from last year's team. And yeah, I mean, I think the expectation is for that group to hit the ground running.
Did you watch any of Netflix Quarterback season 3? Did you check out Cam Ward yet?
2 episodes last night.
I think I made it through 2 episodes as well. 2.5 episodes maybe. Doesn't really work for me.
No. I think the 3rd episode is Titans heavy, it looks like.
Okay, then I don't think I started episode 3 then. I think I made it through maybe.
I didn't start it either, but like Cam's like the thumbnail of that episode.
Okay.
And I think that's about the time that Callahan gets fired, so I'd imagine that'll probably be a pretty prominent part of the episode.
Okay, then yeah, I was close to pulling the plug on it, just because even the Cam Ward parts hasn't really shown anything that I don't think we kind of knew already. I mean, him interacting with the kids was nice and everything. Like his parents in the crowd in Denver was cool. I did think it was funny, like in the Denver game, he was promising the coach, like, I won't take a sack, I promise.
Yeah.
And then immediately takes a sack.
It's been so evident, though, how bad our coaching staff was last year.
My big takeaway so far is that shout out to Baker Mayfield's woman. I like her. I like their little love story where basically they had a friend just bully them into dating. And then basically she let him move in like 3 days later, which I thought was interesting. Then Jaden Daniels' mama is the villain of the show. Like, I can't stand when she's on the screen.
I like Jaden Daniels a lot, though.
I like Jaden Daniels, but I don't like his mama detracts from it.
Yeah.
I don't like his mama.
The
part where Aaron Andrews was having a talk with his mama about like
God.
her being like such an inspiration and like she wants her son to be like Jaden. I was like, oh, brother, give me a break.
I did like when Dexter Lawrence like kind of had a cheap shot on Jaden Daniels and he goes, come on, man, we're Campbell's athletes together.
Yeah. Baker Mayfield's trash talk montage I found to be a little cringy too.
I like Joe Flacco's kids.
Okay.
Joe Flacco, I feel like, is on an early track to out wholesome Kirk Cousins, maybe.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I hadn't really thought that while watching, but
they were like,
I have enjoyed Joe's scenes with his family and stuff, but
they were like high school sweethearts, him and his wife.
I know they said they were going to have 10 kids or whatever and ended up with 5?
Yeah.
The American League continues their dominance over the National League in the All-Star game last night. Didn't really watch any of it. Apparently, they've won 25 of the last 30. I didn't realize it had gotten that bad, which is funny because I would say that I think I would have thought that if one team had won 25 of 30, I actually thought it was the NL. And I was like, how am I so wrong on this? But then I looked up the year-by-year thing, and the biggest years I was a baseball fan were probably 2010, 11, and 12, and the National League won all 3 of those years. So I was like, oh, okay, there we go. That's why I think that, because I just watched them dominate. We saw Spain choke out France.
Pain.
España.
I feel like we talked about that where, people felt like France was just going to run away with it. And I was like, I feel like Spain's actually a pretty good matchup for them. They just kind of kept the ball away from France and just frustrated them.
No help from this Lamine Yamal guy.
I was shocked. Actually, that's not true, Bubba. He drew a penalty. He drew a very controversial penalty that got them the first goal.
He did.
I was shocked to learn that this is Spain's second trip to the World Cup final ever.
Yeah.
I feel like I've thought they were a power my whole life. And I know they won in 2010, but like I did not realize that was the first time they'd ever been to a damn final. That seems crazy to me. Today will be a fun one. England and Argentina. Who you got, Sam?
I'm rooting for England at this point, I think now.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for my uncle.
Oh, you come from the British roots.
What position does he play?
He's just a Brit.
Oh, he's just a Brit.
I've got a British uncle.
And is he super into it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll root for your uncle too.
I was rooting for Norway in the last game, but I think I said it early on yesterday's show, but I texted my aunt and then she sent me like a video of him and my cousin and then one of his friends at a pub that was just packed with England fans. He looked like he was in his element.
I got a buddy that's over there right now.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, listener to the show. He's there and they're doing like the British Open like practice round or whatever they do on Wednesday today, and then they're going to the pub later.
That's sick.
They got like seats reserved at some like bar for the game. I was like, that's a great time to be there. I don't think he planned it that way, but that's a pretty cool coincidence. I'm rooting for England as well. I think they get it done. I think they're playing much better than Argentina is.
Well, I can't do a clean sweep, even though I want England to win. It's coming home, lads. Coming home.
No, Spain's going to beat them in the final. The ultimate heartbreak. The ultimate heartbreak.
Messi.
They get so close and then come up short. Good job by you boys today. We will do it again tomorrow. Stay locked in on Fan Run Radio, the Tony Basilio Show. Coming up next,